The White County Warriorettes and Stone Memorial Lady Panthers have proven to be two of the best girls basketball teams in the state of Tennessee. But tonight, someone's dream of winning a state championship comes to an end. Can Upper Cumberland Girls Defensive Player of the Year Gracie Clark lead Sparta back to the region championship for the third straight season? Or can freshman phenom Lexi Clark send Stone back into that round for the first time since 2021? It's the Region 4 3A Semifinals on UCR.
It's one of the best nights of the year to be a high school basketball fan in the state of Tennessee. Welcome into Watertown High School, the side of the Region 4 3A Girls Tournament semifinal round. And we have got a great doubleheader on tap. First off, a heavyweight fight tonight. Somebody's state championship aspirations come to an end, and somebody's about to get their biggest win of the season. It's round number 3 between the White County Warriorettes and the Stone Memorial Lady Panthers. I'm Noah McKay on the call here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network, joined on the sideline by Ella Fox, the lovely Madison McKay producing things for us, Michael Lindsay on the sideline producing coverage for UpperCumberlandReporter.com. We are live on the main UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel, and the NFHS Network as we are 6.5 minutes away from tip-off. It is the high school basketball game of the week presented by Mayberry's Furniture, and a ton to get to in this matchup. Let's first take a look at the tail of the tape. The White County Warriorettes under head coach Michael Dodgen, a 29-5 record. They are the 3 seed out of the Gauntlet District 7 3A, finishing third place in the District 7 3A tournament. They're coming off a dominant 40-point victory over DeKalb County, 89-49 in the opening round of this tournament. They're the number 3 ranked team in the state of Tennessee in the latest Tennessee Sports Writers Association and USA Today poll. And for White County, they are looking to continue their march. They've won 2 consecutive region semifinals, wanting to do what they did last year, which is make it to the Murphy Center. A win tonight, you know you're into sub-state. That puts you 1 win away from the state tournament. But in their way, a ferocious number 1 ranked Stone Memorial Lady Panthers team under head coach Mike Buck, a 27-3 overall record. They are the number 1 ranked team consensus in the state of Tennessee in Class 3A. They also dominated their quarterfinal matchup, 79-33 over Murfreesboro Central Magnet, winners of 12 consecutive games. They are 13-1 against Class 3A this season. The White County Warriorettes. These two teams have faced off against each other twice in the regular season. First, in Sparta, at Roy Sewell Gymnasium back on January the 13th, a 67-43, 24-point White County victory. Gracie Clark led the way with 23 points. More on her to come. The second meeting flipped it entirely on its head. It was a dominant Stone Memorial victory by 23, 88-65. That means there was a 1-point differential despite 2 lopsided results when these two teams faced off in the regular season. But this one has all sorts of new implications, and it has all sorts of superstars in this game. Let's start with the young gun first. How about the year that the freshman of the year in the Upper Cumberland, Lexi Clark, has had for Mike Buck's team? Clark on the season burst onto the scene. The only female to ever be first-team All-Upper Cumberland and Freshman of the Year in the Upper Cumberland. She joins Ty Cobb as the only player to ever do that. 17.6 points a night for the freshman. He has 3 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting over 46% from the floor, 36% from three-point land, and she's nearly a 76% free throw shooter. She has emerged on the scene as a superstar, and there are a host of weapons around her. More to come on that later. But speaking of superstars, how about the 3-time defending Defensive Player of the Year in the Upper Cumberland? First team All Upper Cumberland, Gracie Clark, the senior for the White County Warriorettes. She's also averaging 17 points tonight, 6.5 rebounds a game, 2 assists per game, 48% from the floor, 36% from 3, 81% from the free throw line. 2 bona fide Miss Basketball level players in this one, but the supporting cast around are also tremendous. for Stone Memorial, how about their lone senior, Ashley Wittenberg? The season that she has had really early, putting them on their back, perhaps the most consistent Lady Panther, giving them nearly 15 points a night, over 3 rebounds and 3 assists per game. Ella Jane May, she was the freshman of the year in the Upper Cumberland last year, the sophomore, 8 points, 6 rebounds a game. Bella Wyatt, another freshman, 9 points a night. She's shooting 37% from long range. And on the other side, it's the familiar faces for White County. We mentioned the senior Gracie Clark. How about another one? Bella Whittingham. Another one in Lakeland Grasty. Another one in Kyra Fox. And then the year that the junior Ashlyn Selby has had, this is the tale as old as time. The young, red-hot basketball team with absolutely nothing to fear. Stone Memorial saying, forget wait our turn. They're trying to kick the door down and get it done immediately in their first year as a core. But on the other side, White County says, no, we've had our time. It's been building to this season. They want to finish it off and have this illustrious career for this group of seniors end with a gold ball. There are so many different storylines in this ball game, none the least 2 very experienced head coaches, Michael Dodgen for White County, Mike Buck for Stone Memorial. Let's bring in the third member of our broadcast crew who caught up with both these coaches earlier on. Both of them very focused. Ella, what did they have to say?
Well, Michael Dodgen with the Warriorettes knows that this is a matchup his girls are going to have to be ready to play and take care of themselves on both sides of the floor. He really emphasized limiting the turnovers and taking away their fast break transition points. Now, Mike Buck said that the teams both know each other very well and have went back and forth this season with each other, and that it should be a really good battle and a good one for the fans. Back to you, Noah.
Turnovers will be something critical here. 2 teams that are great on the defensive end. White County allows just 45 points a night. Stone Memorial 52.7. Stone's going to trap for 94 feet. White County, they'll mix in some trap, but they're going to be that high-pressure, in-your-face, man-to-man defense. Who can handle that? It was evident in the first meeting in White County, which saw Sparta win by 24. White County only had 12 turnovers. In the second meeting in Crossville, they had 19. Stone Memorial will try to turn over this Warriorettes team with ball handlers all over the place. And on the other side, White County going to try and apply some pressure to this young Stone group in their first region semifinal together. Stone's looking for their first region semifinal win since 2021. Mention White County, they've won 2 straight in this round. Something's got to give. A state championship contender's going home. We'll have all the action, including the Quality Family starting lineups on the other side. Coverage presented by Mayberry's Furniture on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network.
Caring for others is a privilege we don't take lightly. When you call Hiller for your plumbing repairs or service, you're not only trusting us to do the job right, you're trusting us with your family's comfort and safety. That's why we care for every client like our own loved ones. And that's why when we see something that could use some attention, we happily jump in to help. It's more than just a job. It's a calling. We do it because we care for people. We do it because we care for you.
Call the Happy Face truck today.
I work with Warren County Nursery here in McMinnville, Tennessee.
I'm very passionate about the hay because that's how I take care of my cows.
So I farm here with my dad.
We raise primarily corn, soybeans, and wheat.
By having that in my background and knowing what the customer expects, I know how to cater to the customer.
We're here to provide solutions for our customers.
Going through some of those challenging experiences help you understand maybe the position they're coming from.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this brand new construction on the Caney Fork River in Sparta. This home sits on 1.6 acres with 190 feet of river frontage and boasts 2,300 square feet of living space with a spacious 2-car garage. Enjoy the river views from your beautiful expanded covered porch. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
It's time for the Quality Family starting lineups. The Quality Family, all-inclusive sponsors here at UCR. First, for the White County Warriorettes and their head coach Michael Dodge, with a record of 29 victories and 5 losses. They're the number 3 seed out of District 7 AAA. Starting tonight for the Warriorettes, number 5, a senior, Bella Winningham. Number 11, a junior, Ashlyn Selby. Number 12, a senior, Kyra Fox. Number 13, a senior, Defensive Player of the Year in the Upper Cumberland, Gracie Clark. And number 14, a senior, Lakeland Grasty. Their opponents tonight, the Stowe Memorial Lady Panthers under head coach Mike Buck with a record of 27 victories and 3 losses. They're the number 1 seed in District 7 3A, and they are the number 1 ranked team in the state of Tennessee. Starting tonight for the Lady Panthers, number 3, a junior, Lauren Clark. Number 15, a sophomore, Ella Jane May. Number 20, a sophomore, Emma Smith. Number 22, a freshman, the freshman of the year in the Upper Cumberland, Lexi Clark. And number 23, a senior, Ashley Wittenberg. Starters once again for the Warriorettes, Winningham, Selby, Fox, Clark, and Grasty. And for Stowe Memorial, it is Clark, May, Smith, Clark, and Wittenberg. As the 3 seed in this tournament, Sparta is the road team on the scoreboard. They're in the maroon jerseys and shorts, black numbers and letters outlined in white trim. Stowe Memorial, the home team, in their white uniforms, white shorts, black numbers and letters outlined in gold trim. Neutral site game that is jam-packed here in Eastern Wilson County. Watertown High School, their Purple Tigers are in action next against the Upperman Lady Bees. Winner of this game gets the winner of that game in the Region 4 3A Championship on Wednesday, and also punches their ticket to the sectionals, which is 1 step away from the state tournament. Live on the main UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel, and NFHS Network. We are thrilled to be along with you tonight. We appreciate Mayberry's Furniture for being the presenting sponsor of tonight's contest. Stone will work right to left, White County left to right. Our lead official, Mark Ashlock, checks over, says we're ready to go. Let's get it on in the biggest game of the season. Tip controlled by Gracie Clark, and the Warriorettes will go to work. Here's Lakeland Grasty against the immediate trap. It's a near turnover. Clark grabs, kicks to Winningham. Shot fake for Bella Winningham off a 23-point game against DeKalb County. Grasty's runner won't go. Lauren Clark on the rebound and an immediate run out to Lexi Clark. That's Stowe Memorial basketball as Clark is fouled. Goes right into Goose. Everybody's okay. And fouls will be something to watch tonight. Ashlyn Selby picks up her first. Lexi Clark will go to the Real Estate Collective free throw line for 2. On the season, Lexi averaging 17.6 points a night. And she gets the scoring started here with a free throw. And one thing Michael Dodgen talked a lot about was avoiding foul trouble against this team. And especially did not want to send Lexi Clark to the line as the second one's no good. Selby on the rebound. It's poked by Smith. Selby gathers again. Smith right there in front as the head it goes to Grasty. Clock is ticking as they'll dump it to Selby. Ahead to Gracie Clark. Over to Winningham. Winningham into the low block. Hands off to Clark. Clark, one dribble. It's tied up. And that will be a jump. The arrow belongs to Stone. And the Lady Panthers early asserting their will on defense. 35 seconds in. It's 1-0. White County in their full court pressure here, a 1-2-2 look as Lexi Clark has it in the front court. Swings it over to Lauren Clark. Lauren sizes up Selby, drives inside, throws it over her head. No, rebound down to Selby. White County ahead as that pass was off the mark. Clark tips it. It's still loose. Grasty has it ahead to Winningham. Chaotic sequence, wide open 2. White County with their first lead as Winningham lays it in 2-1. 1 minute in, now a poke for Gracie Clark out of bounds. It'll stay with Stone. It's going to be a rowdy one tonight. The Sparta students are here in full force. Looks like Watertown is here as well, representing the Stone students for now as Smith has it. We're a minute and 10 seconds into the contest. Gives back to Lauren Clark. A lot of Clarks on the floor. Lauren has it here, top of the circle. Sparta sags off, fires into a cutting Wittenberg, knocked out of play by Grasty, and it'll stay on this end. Lakeland Grasty, a tremendous defender in her own right, gets the poke there. Inbound goes in. Lexi Clark, quick trigger three. That one's no good. Rebound down. Lauren Clark has it. Second chance for Stone. Back out to Wittenberg off the right wing. May has a flare screen, rolls off. Wittenberg trying to work on Fox. Now a drive inside, kicking in the corner to Smith. Smith closed down on by Winningham. She'll dump it back. Lexi Clark. Lexi drives against Gracie. Step through, left-hand leg good. Great finish by Lexi Clark, and it's 3-2. Stone back in front. Errant pass and another turnover. Lauren Clark has it. She wiggles through traffic, steps through, right-hand lane, no. Selby tips the rebound. Smith has it, put back, no. Physical play both ways, we play on. Lexi Clark has it. Stone dominating the glass early on. Smith gives back. Lauren Clark lines up the three and hits. Lauren Clark splashes home a Gary Maxwell Insurance three. A big one for Stone. They lead 6-2. Gracie Clark ahead, finds Selby in the front court. Selby drives into the low block, contorts it as foul. Ella Jane May called for the first foul against Stone, and 2 free throws upcoming here for Ashlyn Selby. Ashlyn Selby at the stripe to shoot 2. Averages just under 10 a game, 8.5 rebounds. She hits the front end. The chaos you expect, a frenetic pace that'll be tough to keep up for 32 minutes. But if any teams can, it'll be these two as Selby goes 2 for 2 and it's 6-4. 5:40 to go in the opening stanza. Here's Lauren Clark. Skip feet ahead to Caitlin Smith. Smith fires it across to Lexi. Lexi to Wittenberg. Wide open. Wittenberg can't pass that one up and rattles it home. Another Gary Maxwell Insurance three. This time it's the lone senior Ashley Wittenberg from downtown, and it's a 5-point Stone lead again. Grasty, full court feet ahead. Selby dumps it into Winningham. Inside lay is good for 2 more. Bella Winningham with 4 early ones inside, and it's 9-6. Now all alone is May in the front court. She turns into a double team, dumps it off. Smith grabs, gives back to Lauren Clark. Clark gonna off the dribble, line up the three and hits. Lauren Clark from downtown, another Gary Maxwell Insurance three. 2 for 2 early on for Lauren Clark. That's a big deal for Stone Memorial. Pass over to Selby as White County has it in the front court. Step through and a foul. Lauren Clark and Ella Jane May were both in the area. This one goes on Lauren Clark, her first, team second. Taylor Amos in for the first time. Brooklyn Lane also in. Lexi Clark, Caitlin Smith get a breather. Emma Smith gets a breather. Lot of same last names. We'll keep them straight for the most part. Fox has it. It's 12-6. Bounce over Gracie Clark. Trap comes to her in the corner. She'll skip it back out to Fox. Swings it over left wing to Selby. Selby into Gracie. Gracie Clark dumps it over to Winningham. One dribble. Winningham up and a foul. Amos on the arm. This will be 2 free throws upcoming at the Real Estate Collective free throw line for Bella Winningham. Of course, Rico with locations in both Sparta and in Crossville. 4.5 to go in the first quarter. 12-6 Stone. Winningham at the line. Been a little bit up and down this year, but she rattles home the first. 5 points early here for Bella Winningham. We talked about the superstars with the Clarks, Gracie and Lexi, but these other big players, Winningham, Lauren Clark, already playing a big role. 12-8 now. Stone leads by 4. 4:25 to go in the first quarter. Here's Wittenberg in the front court. Checks back towards the Upper Cumberland Girls Coach of the Year, Mike Buck, for the play call. Kyra Fox steps to her. Wittenberg bobbles and it's intercepted. Again, Bella Winningham is all alone, but missed the lay. Rebound tipped out by Wittenberg. It'll stay with Sparta. Couldn't ask for a better look, just didn't have the finish. 4:08 to go in the first, it's 12-8. Inbound for Grasty, she'll send it over to Kyra Fox. Now left side, Winningham from a mile away. Can't hit, rebound Gracie Clark, second chance. One dribble, pull up in the mid-range and hits. 2-point game out of nowhere. Gracie Clark with her first points. Won't be the last, 12-10, 3:53 to go in the first. Here's Wittenberg in the front court. Wittenberg to the elbow, gives back. Here's Lauren Clark. Weaving through traffic, touches it off to Lane. Back out Wyatt. First attempt for Bella. Wyatt doesn't hit, but another offensive rebound. This time it's Lauren Clark. Clark back out. on the drive into Fox, offensive foul. Kyra Fox takes the charge. She leads the Upper Cumberland, and charge is taken. It is a big call. Lauren Clark picks up her second. Lexi will check in for her. 3:36 to go in the first. It's 12-10. Inbound here, Gracie Clark with it. Clark, skip feet ahead to Kyra Fox. Over the shoulder grab, blocked. Wittenberg with the block at the apex. It comes back down, though, to Fox. She'll skip it out to Whittingham. What a play by Ashley Wittenberg. Skip feet, Ashlyn Selby in the pocket. 4-3, good. It's a Gary Maxwell Insurance 3 for Ashlyn Selby. And Sparta leads 13-12. Let's get it on. 5 minutes into the contest. Amos with it. You're about to see elite girls basketball. Amos. Back out Wittenberg. It's the highest ranked semifinal in the state of Tennessee tonight. Better know where your popcorn's at. Wittenberg on the drive into Whittingham. Drives into the paint. Now dumps it back to Wyatt. Wyatt drives in on Clark. Big collision. Dumps it out to Lexi. Lexi shows off the handles. Grasty steps to her. Off the dribble, she thought about the long ball. Instead bounces back to Wyatt. Ella Jane May is at the table for Mike Buck. Clark gives back to Wittenberg. The Sparta faithful appreciate the defense. Wittenberg against Whittingham. Drives into the baseline. Now hands off. Here's a drive. Lexi and a foul. Whittingham lost the position. It'll be on the floor. Bella Whittingham called for her first, team second. 13-12 our score, 2:18 to go in the first. A wry smile on the face of Michael Dodgen. He doesn't like the call. Inbound comes from Wittenberg to Clark. Lexi fires in. That one's tipped by Selby. It's a loose ball. Grasty has it for a moment. Able to gather. Now Grasty works past Lane. Full court feed to Gracie Clark, who puts it in. Warriorettes on a run. It's 15-12, 2:02 to go in the first quarter. Lexi Clark now on the drive and a foul for a hold. Lakeland Grasty will pick up her first. I'm going to make a very bold prediction. There will be some technical fouls assessed in this basketball game tonight. Every call is having a big reaction every direction. Emotions on a 10 in a matchup of this caliber. Wittenberg to inbound, just sends over the top to Wyatt. She tapped it, so she threw it back over her shoulder. That's a heads-up play, and then Clark is fouled. Gracie Clark going to be called for the personal, and I'm not sure Gracie Clark touched her. Called for a hold. That is Sparta's force, so each team now has 4. Inbound goes to Wittenberg. 1:50 to go in the first quarter. Stone trying to settle in here. A couple of fouls have calmed the crowd down. Wittenberg on the drive. Picks up. It's a powder keg in here at Watertown. Steps back. Wittenberg gives to Lexi Clark. Off an Ella Jane May screen. Clark fires in. Miscommunication and a turnover as White County regains possession with 90 seconds to go in the opening quarter. 15-12. Here comes Gracie Clark, skip feed across to Whittingham. Whittingham activates into the low block. Trap arrives, fires a contested feed. Gracie has it. Contorts in the mid-range and hits. Gracie Clark's found her rhythm. 6 in the quarter. Her first team all Upper Cumberland's Gracie Clark. 17-12, a 5-point Sparta lead. Grasty into the low squat, waiting on Ashley Wittenberg. Off a May screen, Wittenberg on the drive. Gets to the spot, puts it up and in. Ashley Wittenberg with a tough look on the other side. The seniors answering each other. 1 minute to go in the opening quarter. It's 17-14. Anybody's game. Fox into the front court, picks up, and a foul. And this will send Kyra Fox to the line for 2. Brooklyn Lane going to pick up the personal. That'll be her first. Team's 5th. And striding here to the Real Estate Collective free throw line is Kyra Fox for 2. Three games that are being produced by us. The 2 others are on NFHS Network. Jackson County, Trousdale County is there. Bradley Central and Coffee County. That's a heavyweight fight in Warren County is on NFHS Network. Coming up later on, Pinckney County Gordonsville will be simulcast, as will Cookeville against Cleveland in a huge one. And here we will have Watertown Upperman as Tyra Fox goes 2 for 2. 54 seconds to go in the quarter. It's 19-14. Here's Ashley Wittenberg into the front court. Coverage presented by Mayberry's Furniture. Tomorrow only. Go into Mayberry's Furniture in Crossville or in Cookeville. Tell them that UCR sent you and get 10% off your order. As Wittenberg fires in, Lane's all alone, but it was swiped. Grasty came flying in for the steal. Now Gracie Clark ahead to Whittingham. She gathers, hesitates, and puts it in. Bella Whittingham with 8 in the quarter. It's a 7-point lead for Sparta. Here's Clark on the drive. Euro step. What a move for Lexi Clark, who has 2 more. 5 for Lexi. A 5-point game again. 14 seconds to go. Grasty's about to have 5 seconds. She'll get it into Fox. Fox fires a nice feed to Selby on the run. Selby drives into May, puts it up. No great defense. Lane gathers. 1 second for Wittenberg. 3/4 court shot falls short. And the opening 8 minutes go the way of White County. After 1, it's Sparta 21, Stone Memorial 16. Coverage presented by Mayberry's Furniture on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media. Tee-Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee-Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The feeling out process is come and gone. It is White County 21, Stone Memorial 16 after 1. Noah McKay, Ella Fox, Madison McKay along with you for all the action. Here's Lakeland Grasty against a stone trap. She'll send it ahead to Kyra Fox. Now floats it over to Gracie Clark. Clark down the baseline, gets away from a double team, sends back Whittingham. Whittingham to Clark. Gracie dumps it over to Kyra Fox. Now right side Selby. It was Stone with the early punch, Sparta with the answer, and it continues as Gracie Clark, turnaround jumper, completes, and it is a 7-point lead for the team in maroon, gray, and black. 8 for Whittingham, 8 for Gracie Clark. On the other side, Wittenberg with 6, Clark with 5. That's Lexi Clark. Lauren Clark had 6, but had to leave the floor with 2 fouls. Here's Lexi, finger roll, tough shot, good. Lexi Clark, she is so good at those finger rolls high off the glass. Here's Whittingham in transition. Smith from behind bounces it over to Selby. Selby, skip feed, dangerous. Grasty able to leap and keep it in bounds. Now back to Selby. Selby will pull up from 8 feet. Couldn't get the bank. Rebound down Lexi Clark. Here comes Stone down 5 with the basketball. Lexi over to Smith. Emma Smith on the drive. Shot blocked. Fox got a hand on it. Here comes Sparta. Wide open pace. Fox still with it. Sends to Grasty, who couldn't get it, and a turnover. Back the other way. Catch your breath, and then we'll restart and do this again. Let us know in the comments who you are, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for tonight. Elimination game. Winner goes into the region championship game and ensures a spot in Saturday's sub-state round. 1 step away from state. Speaking of our next game, sees Upperman and Watertown face off. Lady B's just strode in. Right side, Lexi Clark goes into the low block. Shot up and good. Quick ball movement, and Ella Jane May is on the board for the first time. Sparta getting those runouts before the pressure can apply for Stone as it goes to Gracie Clark. She'll drive baseline. Contorting shot is good. Had 30 against DeKalb, and Gracie Clark is in her bag. She has 10 already, 25-20, 6:05 to go in the second quarter. First sub to the table for Michael Dodgen on the next whistle. It's Kylie Norris. Here's Ella Jane May. She'll give to Ashley Wittenberg. Now fires off the flare screen. May stepped through, shot up and good. Ella Jane May with 4 straight for the Lady Panthers. It's a 3-point game again. Here's Winningham, fires it ahead to Selby. Selby across to Fox. That's a tough pass. Fox goes into Clark again. Her runner, though, won't go. Rebound tip. Grasty's putback is good. Lakeland Grasty with her first point. Had 16 in the first meeting. That Sparta won by 24, just 7 in the second, which saw a 23-point Stone win. 5:16 to go. Clark off the dribble. 4-3. No. Rebound down. Winningham has it. Here comes Sparta again. Winningham cut off by Clark. Tiptoes to stay in bounds. Still has it. Coast to coast for Bella. No. Put back on the way. Good. And 1. Bella Winningham with the bucket. And she'll go to the line looking to complete a 3-point play. Foul goes on Emma Smith. That is her first. Team's first. How about the start for the senior Bella Winningham? She'll be looking for 3, but it will come after a 30-second timeout on the floor. So a 7-point White County lead. Winningham will look to make it 8 when she goes to the Rico free throw line. Once again, coverage is presented by Mayberry's Furniture. Make sure you stop in tomorrow, get yourself the new couch you've been waiting for. Tell them UCR sent you and get 10% off your order. That's tomorrow only when you mention what I just told you at Mayberry's Furniture. 29-22, White County with early advantage, but both these teams, really, unless it's 20-plus, and even then, it's an if, that's the first time it starts to feel okay when it comes to a comfortable lead. These Sparta students are bringing it, and the official just said, you're good. Gave them a thumbs up. There's a line. They haven't crossed it. I mean, just the best atmosphere for girls high school basketball you're going to find anywhere. We're in the middle of it tonight. Winningham looking to complete the 3-point play. Can't get the roll, but Gracie Clark has the rebound. Her putback won't go. Ella Jane May comes away for Stone Memorial. Here comes Wittenberg into the front court. Sends it over to Lexi Clark. Little space, closes quickly. Norris closed out to her. Here's Wittenberg now, top of the key for the senior. Sends it to Lexi Clark, now into Bella Wyatt. She'll step through, a little bit off balance. Shot, no. Clark on the rebound. Errant pass, tipped. Grasty has it. Ahead to Winningham on a hop. Her lay is good. 12 for Bella Winningham, and White County leads by 9. Now another tip, stolen away. Norris on the steal. She drives, loses footing, saves it to Grasty, and she's fouled. Lexi Clark commits her first. Couple of subs checking in for Stone Memorial, 31-22, as Grasty will inbound to Norris. Skip back over Grasty. Drives into the mid-range, pulls up, tough shot. Lakeland Grasty with the 2. And if you're a Warriorette fan, you have to love this start. 4:14 to go, it's 33-22. They look like a team who's been there, done that, got the T-shirt. Here's a block. Winningham lost a step. It'll be her first. Lauren Clark is back in as one of those subs. And pardon me, it's Winningham's second. Kyra Fox checking in. Bella Winningham gets a well-earned round of applause from the Sparta faithful. 33-22, big answer moment here in the last 4 minutes for Stone Memorial. Is Ashley Wittenberg going to inbound here? Well, just fired into Lauren Clark with the 5-second clock ticking. Lauren sizes up Selby. Calls for a screen, now goes to work. Crosses over on the drive, dumps it back out to May. May goes into Clark, now dumps it over to Lane. That shot blocked, but a foul. Norris got a lot of arm. This will be 2 free throws for Brooklyn Lane at the Real Estate Collective free throw line. 3:54 to go in the second quarter. Lane trying to cut it back to single digits. It feels like it's been back and forth, but Sparta has started to space out just a little bit as Lane's first free throw is no good off the heel. And as Michael said on YouTube, you hate to see one of these elite teams get eliminated. It's the nature of the beast in this state with how it's structured. These are 2 elite teams, and somebody's going home. Lane hits the second for her first point. It's a 10-point game, 33-23, 3:50 to go in the first half. Here's Grasty in the front court. Lakeland sizes up Lauren Clark, brings it back out. The 1-3-1 look here for the Lady Panthers. A great zone. Fox into Gracie. Left-hand lay, can't get the roll. Rebound tipped. Ella Jane May has it. Swiped again by Gracie Clark. She falls away and hits. Gracie Clark putting on a show. 6 1/4, 12 1/2. 35-23, largest lead of the game so far for the Warriorettes. Here's Wittenberg. Fox steps to her. Wittenberg protects. Sparta is leaping off the bench right now. Stone looking for some energy. Here's Lauren Clark. Bounces over to Lane. Lane sends back to Clark. She'll drive, sends it across to Lane again. Pulls up from 10 feet, no rebound down. Fought for. Clark has it, able to save it in. Great play. Kicks out to May. Skip over to Lexi. Now a check back towards Mike Buck. And again, the experience difference. Vast between these two teams. Is that playing a role here early, and can Stone settle in? Here's Lexi Clark. Gives over to Wittenberg. Stiff screen, now into the low block. Lauren tries to go away, can't hit, gets her own rebound. The putback is good. Lauren Clark stays with it. She now has 8. First 2 for her, and it's 35-25. Big possession for Stone. Here's Fox. Skip feedback to Grasty. Grasty sends it over to Selby. Selby splits a double team, steps through, puts it up and in. Ashlyn Selby with the lay. She has 7, and Mike Buck wants another timeout to talk about things with 2:11 to go in the first half, and it looks like they're going to stretch it to a full. We'll step aside. Coverage presented by Mayberry's Furniture on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear DJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
A heavyweight fight in Watertown here in Tennessee. It is 37-25, White County with the advantage over Stone Memorial. Stone ranked number 1 in the state. They won the District 7 3A regular season and tournament title. White County, though, number 3 in the state. They've been ranked number 2 for a long time. They were ranked number 1 as well. Another team that's been ranked number 1, Upperman. They're in action later against Watertown. This is game 1 of 2 tonight. But a lot of eyes are on this one here. And Stone looking for an answer, a pivotal next 2 minutes out of a full timeout by Mike Buck. Lauren Clark fires a pass. That one's tipped and intercepted. Selby knocked it over, and it went to Norris. Here's Gracie Clark in transition. Clark into the mid-range, dumps back Grasty. She'll swing it over to Fox. Lines up the 3. Popped out. That would have set the roof off this place. Wittenberg on the rebound. Here comes Ashley Wittenberg. She goes right to the top of the key. Lines it up. Can't rain it home, though. Rebound down. Norris has it. Pass tip. Grasty gathers. Grasty works back into the middle of the floor. Dumps it over to Gracie Clark. Drives and kicks to Fox. Fox with a skip feed over to Selby. Selby to Grasty. Grasty back Selby. Selby dumps it back to Lakeland Grasty. 1:20 to go in the first half. It's 37-25. Gracie Clark. Overhand feed to Fox in the corner. Fox guarded by Wyatt into Gracie again. Clark floats, can't hit, rebound tip. This is a close call. They'll say last touch by White County, and it goes back to Stone. (37-25), 1:03 to go in the second. Wittenberg ahead. Michael Dodging going to catch up with Ella Fox on his way into the locker room. Stick around for that. Clark missed wildly to the right. Rebound down Selby. Here comes Ashlyn Selby in transition. Feeds it ahead to Norris. Lines up the 3. She can really shoot. That one doesn't go. Fight for the rebound and a foul. Lakeland Grasty going to be called for her second personal. And foul trouble will be critical in this game. Lauren Clark, the only Lady Panther with 2. Bella Winningham and Lakeland Grasty each have 2. And Michael Dodgin's going to play it safe. Grasty out, Winningham out. Checking in is going to be Sarah Winfrey, a sophomore who's played really well at times for this White County team. Here is Ashley Wittenberg. Stone looking for some momentum into the break. Over to Bella Wyatt, into the low block to May. May clears out, tough shot, no, rebound down. Grabbed away by Norris. Kylie Norris ahead to Winfrey. Winfrey barrels in, puts it up, can't hit. Wyatt on the rebound. 20 seconds to go. Michael Dodgen wanted to hold there. They got a quick shot instead. Here's Wittenberg. Clark, Wittenberg. 10 to shoot for Wittenberg. Drives inside, puts it up, can't hit. Rebound down Selby. 7 seconds for Sparta. Ahead Norris. Dumps it to Fox. Fox to the spot. A big foul. And Kyra Fox is injured. And this is not good. Lexi Clark called for the personal, and Kyra Fox is down and injured. And we will step aside while trainers tend to Kyra Fox.
At the Quality Family, we believe care isn't just a service, it's a promise.
Whether you're bouncing back from surgery, navigating a serious illness, or need essential equipment to stay independent,
we provide skilled home health, compassionate hospice, and reliable DME services right where you need them most. At home.
Covering communities in Kentucky and Tennessee, we're in your corner.
The Quality Family, trusted care right where life happens.
Box Drop Cookeville is the easiest way to buy an affordable mattress, specializing in clearance and closeouts directly from the manufacturers. They're able to pass huge savings on to you. Make an appointment to see their warehouse full of selections including big-name hybrid and memory foam alongside traditional springs that are among some of the coolest to touch mattresses on the market. Call Brandon Lane at 931-349-7066 to make your appointment today. Box Drop Cookeville has been proud to serve Cookeville since 2018.
Back here for just a moment. Kyra Fox is down. We never speculate on injuries, but I left it so up in the air. I do want to mention that this is an upper body injury for Kyra Fox. Trainers are out there. Brent Ryan is the best in the business. It is upper body. It is not head or neck for Fox. Again, we are not going to speculate on what the injury is, but I don't want it to overstate the other way. But certainly prayers for Kyra Fox as they are tending to her. And we encourage you to do so as well. Reagan Lamb, the trainer for Upperman, Watertown's trainer, is here as well. They are all tending to her. And the coach has had a word, and that's Coach Dodgen saying it happens. It was a physical play at the rim, and Fox went down. But again, we won't speculate any further on that, but we left it so open-ended. Does look like a serious injury to Kyra Fox, a great young lady, a senior who's had a great season. And the best trainers in the world are looking to her. We're going to step aside, but we wanted to come back again. Certainly now would be a great time for you to pray for Kyra Fox at home. We will do the same as well and come back on the other side with more.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Kyra Fox is back onto her feet and surrounded by some of the best. And Mike Buck goes over and has a word with her, as does Michael Dodgen. Her head coach, again, Kyra Fox, a senior. She's having a really good game. She's had a great season. She's a great player for White County, a really underrated player, and they will take her off the floor. Best trainers, as I mentioned, Brent White, this district, it's the best basketball, but they also have Chad Crane at Livingston and is a great one as well. And Bella Weddingham's going to shoot the free throws with 1.5 seconds to go here in the first half. A great show of community for everybody involved, and you see immediately basketball it becomes not as important. Not important at all, actually. But Fox is able to walk off the floor as Winningham missed the first. Second one on its way is good. Bella Winningham splits the trip. Lexi Clark was called for the personal. Again, just a hard play as the three is on the way at the buzzer. Doesn't go. Sparta leads by 13 going in that locker room. We'll see if Michael Dodgen's in the mood to talk with Ella. If he's not, then we'll step aside. If he is, we'll go down to him. Usually he is, and spirits were okay. And we are good to go. Ella with Michael Dodgen. We'll try again. Make sure that's on. Well, you see them talking, and Ella's going to come. There we go.
And we did a good job in the first half of rebounding. We got to take care of the boards, and then there's something that might happen at the end if we can take care of that.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Hey, Ella, go ahead and tell us what he said at the beginning of that, if you don't mind.
He said that basketball he's worried about Kyra Fox, just to send up prayers for her, for Kyra going into this next half.
Thank you, Ella. And again, Kyra Fox helped off the floor. But Sparta leading 38-25 at the break. We'll come back and give you first half stats after hearing a word from our sponsors. Coverage presented by Mayberry's Furniture on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Box Drop Cookeville is the easiest way to buy an affordable mattress, specializing in clearance and closeouts directly from the manufacturers. They're able to pass huge savings on to you. Make an appointment to see their warehouse full of selections including big-name hybrid and memory foam alongside traditional springs that are among some of the coolest to touch mattresses on the market. Call Brandon Lane at 931-349-7066 to make your appointment today. Box Drop Cookeville has been proud to serve Cookeville since 2018. Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. They also provide snow and ice removal during the cold winter months. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome into the Happy Hiller Halftime Show. Visit happyhiller.com to see how our friends at Hiller can help solve your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical problems today. That's happyhiller.com. At the break, it's White County 38, Stone Memorial 25. Obviously, the complexion changes for White County both on the floor and off without Kyra Fox, as her day is now done after suffering an injury with 1.5 seconds to go. But White County really controlled the second quarter of that basketball game. But these teams can score so quickly that no lead is safe. Scoring in the half for Sparta, Bella Winningham with 13 points, and she didn't play most of the second quarter with 2 fouls. 12 for Gracie Clark, 7 for Ashlyn Selby, 4 for Lakeland Grasty, and 2 for Kyra Fox. On the other side, for Stone Memorial, very balanced. Lauren Clark leads them with 8. She had a couple of threes early in the first quarter as they raced out to an early advantage. Ashley Wittenberg had 6. Lexi Clark had 7. 4 for Ella Jane May and 1 for Brooklyn Lane. Second half, turnovers will be very much at the forefront with no Kyra Fox for Sparta. How will they handle the pressure? They handled it very well in the first half. If they do that again in the second, they're likely going to advance. If Stone can get out in transition, hit a couple of big shots, erase this deficit in a hurry, the Lady Panthers may be the ones advancing for the first time since 2021. Don't forget, we've got 3 broadcast games coming up after the conclusion of this one. It'll be Upperman Watertown. Over on UCR 2, it'll be Pickett County Gordonsville. And on UCR 3, Cookeville versus Cleveland. 3 great basketball games on one of the best nights of the year to be a high school sports fan in the state of Tennessee. Don't forget Mayberry's Furniture. Tomorrow, stop in and see them either in Crossville on the square or in Cookeville on South Willow Avenue. And whatever you buy, tell them that UCR sent you, and you get an extra 10% off your order on top of any sale already in the store. Again, that is 10% off tomorrow, your order, tomorrow only. Make sure you go in, tell them that UCR sent you. We appreciate them for being the presenting sponsor of the Game of the Week all year long here at UCR. Third quarter action on the other side. It's 38-25. Sparta with a 13-point lead. Better know where your popcorn's at for this one. Coverage presented by Mayberry's Furniture on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential, multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland area since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do. Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookeville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network.
It is win or go home. The high school basketball game of the week presented by Mayberry's Furniture. White County leads Stone Memorial 38-25. Sparta won the first meeting by 24. Stone won the second meeting by 23. What's going to happen? We've got 16 minutes to decide a winner. Back underway. Kylie Norris starts the second half for Sparta in place of Kyra Fox. As Lexi Clark drives, lost handle, out of bounds, and it goes to White County. Noah McKay, joined by Ella Fox. The lovely Madison McKay is producing things for us tonight. Skip feet ahead, right to Norris. What a pass from Gracie Clark. And White County has its largest lead. They're ahead by 15, and Michael Dodgen whips his fans into a frenzy. Well, they will rise. Wittenberg has it. Wittenberg sends it over to Lexi Clark. Clark steps back, sizes up Winningham. On the drive, lost her footing and got a push. Foul on Bella Winningham, and this is a big one. Winningham did not play much of the second quarter because she picked up her second. Now she picks up her third. Nothing controversial about that one. Lexi Clark to the Rico free throw line for two. Clark flies the first and rattles it home. This is something Stone will be looking to do in the second half. Get to the free throw line with the clock stopped and have an opportunity to claw back into it. Down 14. Next one. Good. Lexi goes 2 for 2. The freshman is so clutch. Stone into their press. Grasty to inbound. Finds Ashlyn Selby back to Grasty. She jumps it ahead to Winningham. Winningham on the cross. Sends it over to Selby. Selby in traffic. Able to jump it back to Norris. She lines up the three. Can't hit. Rebound down. Winningham has it. Shot fake. Step through. Shot up and a foul. Lauren Clark going to pick up her third. She was in a similar situation. No, this is not Clark. It's Wittenberg. Ashley Wittenberg picks up her first. I didn't know if Wittenberg was anywhere near that play. Maybe she was, and I just missed it. And this will be 2 free throws upcoming for Bella Winningham at the Real Estate Collective free throw line. I very well may have just missed it, as the first free throw is good for Winningham. She now has 14 points. Got started inside out in transition. She hasn't even hit a three yet, which is the thing she's most known for. 2 for 2 for Bella. She has 15 tonight. It's 42-27. Big possession for Stone. They're all big the rest of the way. Wittenberg drives on Winningham, picks up. Turnaround jumper, good. Ashley Wittenberg, tough shot. She now has 8. Here's Grasty in the front court. Ahead to Winningham. Winningham off the wing, trap arrives. She bounces into the corner to Norris. Norris skip feeds Selby. Grasty back to Selby. Now Winningham. Lauren Clark steps to her, back to Selby. Splits a trap for the moment, bobbles, gathers, over to Winningham. Winningham back to Norris, over to Selby. Selby into the corner, Clark. Gracie on the drive, and a foul. Ashley Wittenberg called for her second, team second, 6:23 to go in the third quarter. Don't forget, we got a whole other game coming up 15 minutes after this one. It's Upperman Watertown. Winner of this game gets the winner of that one in the region title game Wednesday night. Gracie Clark, turnaround jumper, no. Lauren Clark, great rebound. Here she comes. Clark. And a double dribble is called. Possession back to White County with 6:13 to go in the third. Sparta basketball. Winningham inbounds here to Lakeland Grasty. Grasty to Winningham. Clark fires it across Norris. Back Grasty. Sparta does not typically go slow, but with a 13-point lead, 6 to go in the third, they're pumping the brakes a little bit. Winningham, what a pass to Gracie Clark, who puts it in. Clark with 14. It's a 15-point game again. Here's Lexi in the front court for Stone. Lexi drives inside and a trip. Lakeland Grasty will pick up her third. So now Grasty and Winningham each with 3, and Kyra Fox's day is done. And again, displeasure both ways with the calls. That one looked like a foul to my eye up here. 5:46 to go. And Lexi Clark is so good about getting a step and then getting to her spot. This is Lauren with it now. Lauren crosses, drives on Grasty, puts it up with the left hand, and gets it to go. First Lady Panther into double figures is Lauren Clark. She has 10. Gracie Clark to Bella Winningham. Shot fake for her. She'll bounce back Selby. Over to Grasty. 5:24 to go in the third quarter. Winningham left wing. Back Grasty. Just playing catch right now. Winningham and Grasty. Now Lexi Clark steps towards Lakeland Grasty. Right-hand feed for Gracie Clark. Clark skip feed across to Norris. Norris into Gracie. Blocked. Lexi Clark with the block. It ricochets back to her. Lady Panther basketball down 13. 5 to go in the third, and another double dribble. Second of the quarter on Stone. That one was not controversial. These Sparta students are bringing it. And Mike Buck wants timeout to talk about things with 4:58 to go in quarter number 3. A 13-point White County advantage, and it is a full timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. Coverage presented by Mayberry's Furniture on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Caring for others is a privilege we don't take lightly. When you call Hiller for your plumbing repairs or service, you're not only trusting us to do the job right, you're trusting us with your family's comfort and safety. That's why we care for every client like our own loved ones. And that's why when we see something that could use some attention, we happily jump in to help. It's more than just a job. It's a calling. We do it because we care for people. We do it because we care for you.
Call the Happy Face truck today.
Welcome back into Watertown. White County leads Stone 44-31. They led by 13 at halftime. They lead by 13 here. Winner moves on in the region championship game in the sub-state round. Score update on the Nick's Restaurant scoreboard. Jackson County leads Trousdale County 31-22 at halftime. They trailed by 2 at the end of the first quarter. Had a big second there for Jim Brown's team. That game at Gordonsville High School tonight. Grasty with it, sends it over. Kylie Norris, now Winningham bounces for Ashlyn Selby. Selby with a skip feedback, now over to Grasty. Grasty into the corner for Gracie Clark. Norris touches it over Selby. Ashlyn Selby, 4-3, connects. A Gary Maxwell Insurance 3 for Ashlyn Selby. She now has 10, and White County has its largest lead, up 16. Wittenberg off the dribble, 3, the answer. Ashley Wittenberg with a Gary Maxwell Insurance 3. Big time shot by the senior. 47-34, 13-point game again. Here's Gracie Clark with it. Triple team ahead to Grasty. Numbers if they hurry. Winningham back to Selby. Looking for another. Can't hit. Rebound Lauren Clark. Here they come. Clark looking for the outlet feed. Sparta defends it nicely. Feed ahead to Wittenberg. Lines up another one. Can't hit. Rebound down Norris. Tip feed. Lauren Clark has it. Clark drives in, finger roll no, rebound down, Clark has it, sends it over to May, little runner good. Ella Jane May with the 2, those are 2 off turnovers. 47-36, 3:40 to go in the third. Here's Gracie Clark, rises up, can't hit, rebound loose, and a foul. Grasty hit the hardwood. We'll see which Lady Panther this one is on. It's Ella Jane May with her second. Third team foul against the Lady Panthers, who now trail by 11. They can get it to single digits heading into the fourth. They'll feel like they're right there. Selby tries to clear off on Smith. Emma Smith stays right there. Now over to Grasty. Open. She'll send it back Selby. Now Norris to Winningham. Shot fake. Lines it up. Can't hit. Rebound Lauren Clark. Here they come. Outlet feed looking to Lexi. She grabs, throws it up. No. Rebound down Grasty. Great transition defense by Winningham. Now Norris is all alone for the right-hand lay. Kylie Norris has 4. Michael Dodgen wants 60 seconds to talk about things. 3:09 to go in the third quarter. White County's lead goes back to 13. Presented by Mayberry's Furniture on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
I work with Warren County Nursery here in McMinnville, Tennessee.
I'm very passionate about the hay because that's how I take care of my cows.
So I farm here with my dad.
We raise primarily corn, soybeans, and wheat.
By having that in my background and knowing what the customer expects, I know how to cater to the customer.
We're here to provide solutions for our customers.
Going through some of those challenging experiences help you understand maybe the position they're coming from.
White County leads on a transition lay by Kylie Norris. It is 49-36. 3:09 to go in the third quarter. Here from Watertown, a packed house tonight. It'll be Stone Memorial basketball. They can score 13 points in the blink of an eye, but Sparta's offense still in rhythm. Heavyweight fight tonight. On looking to our left are the Upperman Lady Bees. The Watertown Purple Tigers are also here. They'll take the floor next. They're going to get the winner of this game for a region championship and the right to host their sub-state game on Saturday night. No matter which of the buildings it will be, and it will be a rowdy environment. Here's Ashley Wittenberg with it. Wittenberg drives towards Winningham, now picks up. Dumps it over to May. May against Selby. Picks up, back to Wittenberg. Wittenberg picks up her dribble. Bella Wyatt's in the game. She gets the handoff. Now gives Lauren Clark. Clark gathers. Back to Wyatt. Thought about it. Now drives on Grasty instead. Great feed over to Lexi Clark. Her three connects. Lexi Clark with a Gary Maxwell Insurance three. It's her first, and it's a 10-point game. Stone back in it. Pass ahead. Here's Norris. Fires Gracie Clark, whose lay missed. Rebound loose. Grasty has it. Grasty works around. Now Norris mid-range jumper is good. Kylie Norris has 6 in the quarter. 12-point Sparta lead. 2:19 to go in the third quarter. Wittenberg drives on Winningham. Back Lexi Clark. Step back three. No. Rebound down Selby. Selby outlet feed to Norris. Norris pass intercepted. Lexi Clark on the steal. Clark out and running. Numbers if they hurry for Stone. Clark drives. Finger roll foul. Huge call. Winningham has 3. Selby has 1. This is on Ashlyn Selby. It is her second, team's third. Lexi Clark to the line to shoot 2. She is 3 for 4 tonight at the stripe. So appreciate Alyssa for the update on Kyra Fox in the comment section. All of our thoughts and prayers are with Kyra right now as the 3 is on the way and good. Free throw is good for Lexi Clark, the senior guard. She was in great hands here on the floor immediately. And Mike Buck's complaining about the Sparta students, and all that's going to do is spurn the students on. High school sports are the best. And the students are pushing themselves back. Lexi Clark to shoot, flies, and misses, and that really revs them up. Gracie Clark on the rebound. How can you not love this? As Grasty's ahead to Selby. Now Gracie Clark drives, sends back Norris, lines up the wing 3, can't hit, rebound Lexi. Double team arrives, Lexi tried to throw it off of Grasty, it's loose, Lauren Clark has it, here they come. 3-on-1, outlet feed to Maywood, threw her hands out of play. White County basketball leading by 11 with 1:39 to go in the third quarter. Clark bounces back to Grasty. Grasty weaving through traffic into the front court. Pulls up. Midi. Good. Lakeland Grasty now has 6. It's her third field goal. Lexi wasn't ready but able to gather. Cool, calm, and collected. Clark into May. She'll drive on Selby. Block, but a foul. Ashlyn Selby now the third Warriorette with 3. And this will be 2 free throws for Ella Jane May. I'm not so sure about that one. Ella Jane May at the Rico free throw line for 2. She hits the first. Now 7 for Ella Jane May. One of the officials, or one of the crowd members says, how do you call that from way back there? It's a fairly good question. May goes 2 for 2, able to capitalize either way. 11-point game, 1:15 to go in the third. Selby ahead to Winningham. Winningham bounces over to Clark. She'll activate to the baseline. Fall away jumper, no. Rebound Wyatt, weaving through traffic, and another foul. Gracie Clark going after it now, the second. And Stone has to love how the foul counts are ticking up. No Kyra Fox, 3 on Winningham, 3 on Selby, 3 on Grasty, 2 on Gracie Clark. Stone trying to get back within 9 as it's into the bonus now. Bella Wyatt to the Rico free throw line for 2. We talked about how big fouls could be. That is shaping up to play a role here down the stretch. Wyatt's first one is no good off the heel as Brooklyn Lane will check in. Wyatt trying to cut it to 10 with 1:04 to go. Hits Bella Wyatt with her first point. And now we have a whistle and a discussion among the officials. And the students are being admonished again, I think, as this now the Watertown administration is going to come in. And it was flashlights. So you cannot have flashlights. That is 100% the case. So the students, they've been chirping and been into it, and everyone loves that, but you can't have the flashlights behind the goal. 1:04 to go in the third quarter, 53-43. Gracie Clark gives over right side to Selby. Selby picked up by Wyatt in the front court. Hands off, Norris, dangerous pass. It's grabbed by Grasty. Grasty weaves and is fouled. Brooklyn Lane on the reach. That'll be her second, team's fourth. Next one would send Sparta to the line. Monumental crowd online again. Mayberry's Furniture tomorrow. 10% off your order if you mention UCR, both in Crossville and in Cookeville. Go remodel the interior of your home with our friends at Mayberry's Furniture. Get a new recliner couch, love seat, bedroom set. 42 seconds to go in the third here. It's 53-43. Stone hanging around. Sparta has not been able to pull away. Selby against the 1-3-1 zone of the Lady Panthers, and it looks like Sparta's content to try and bleed it down. They don't do this often, but in a game of this magnitude, they're going to. Selby will wait. Couple of dribbles, fires a pass. This one's grabbed by Grasty. Grasty right side Norris. Now over to Winningham in the corner. 10 to shoot. Grasty poked from behind by Clark. Winningham goes back to gather. 5 seconds for Bella Winningham. Back to Grasty. 3 to shoot. Grasty gets it in the mid-range, pulls up, collision, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. After 3, it's White County 53, Stone Memorial 43. Coverage presented by Mayberry's Furniture on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this brand new construction on the Caney Fork River in Sparta. This home sits on 1.6 acres with 190 feet of river frontage and boasts 2,300 square feet of living space with a spacious 2-car garage. Enjoy the river views from your beautiful expanded covered porch. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
10-point game at Watertown. Season on the line tonight between two of the state's best. These may be the two best teams in the classification, but somebody's going home in the region semifinals. Lakeland Grasty with it. Noah McKay, joined by Ella Fox. Madison McKay along with you here in the Upper Cumberland Generators broadcast booth. Top of the grandstands at Watertown. First of 2 games, Kyra Fox being tended to, but out of the game for the entire second half. We're thinking and praying for her as it goes back to Selby. Sparta's been able to withstand that. They stretched the lead to 16. Stone got a big answer late in the quarter to cut it to 10. Winningham, open corner 3. No, but Norris right there, her putback missed. 3 missed layups tonight for White County. And I mean wide open layups. Here's Lexi Clark. Gives back Ashley Wittenberg. Wittenberg has it poked. Winningham dives, and that is a huge one. It's the fourth on Bella Winningham. And that will send Sarah Winfrey to the table. And Mike Buck has been waiting on something like that to happen. It's an energy play for Bella Winningham, but picked up her fourth. Team's first. Bella Wyatt checking in. It's three-point shooters on the floor for Mike Buck. Inbound goes to Lexi Clark. Speaking of, over 36% from the year. She'll get back to Lauren. 1 minute into the fourth quarter, 10-point game. Lauren Clark drives on Winfrey into the low block. Step through, shot no, rebound Selby. Selby into the front court, and we have a whistle and a technical foul. Lauren Clark picked up a tech. It'll be her third personal, 2 free throws in the ball for White County. And it'll be Gracie Clark going to the strike for 2. Clark thought she got fouled, got called for the tech. First one for Gracie is good. That is a huge moment. And my prediction of somebody getting a technical foul came true. The question is, will it be the last? 2 for 2 for Gracie Clark. Sparta basketball leading by 12. And Mike Buck got Clark off the floor. Now he's having a word with her as Grasty has it. Grasty fires over to Selby. Sparta is in no hurry. They are bleeding the clock down. And this is where the experience really comes in a foul. Emma Smith picks up her second, team second. Ella Jane May to the table. She's about to check in. We'll see if it's for Lane. It's not. It's for Smith. Lauren Clark back to the table, and she will check right back in. Once again, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button on the broadcast, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. Obviously, you can if it's on NFHS Network. And Lauren Clark, I don't believe, went to the table, they'll say. So it will be Brooklyn Lane checking in for her. Also, subscribe to the channel or follow the page. It's amazing. Over half of people who watch our broadcast are not following or subscribed to the page or channel. It's incredible. If you're on NFHS Network, we welcome you in. You're along for the ride. Watch it on the app. It's a great viewing experience as well. We're along for the ride as Grasty sends it ahead. Winfrey throws it over the top, left side. Selby back to Grasty, bleeding the clock. White County trying to protect the basketball. Wide open, Norris, 3, popped out, no rebound. Wyatt, and handed into the cookie jar for Sarah Winfrey. It'll be her first, team second. .5:59 to go in the ball game. It's 55-43, 12-point Sparta lead. Trying to win the season series against Stone, and this is really, in some ways, the first game all season that's mattered for teams of this caliber because of the structure of the postseason in this state. Bella Wyatt has it right side. Drives in, throws it up, no, and a foul. Kylie Norris called for her second, 2 free throws upcoming for Bella Wyatt. Another one of these freshman stars for Stone Memorial. To the Real Estate Collective free throw line for 2 goes Bella Wyatt. Third team foul against Sparta. Again, Bella Winningham is off the floor with 4. Selby and Grasty each have 3. Gracie Clark has 2 as Wyatt hits the front end. Now 2 for 3 tonight. Bella flies away the next, able to get the roll. 55-45 again. Stone has not cut it to single digits in the second half. That's a new sort of pressure if they could get there. Clark back to Grasty. Grasty floating back. Trap arrives. Step through and a timeout. Michael Dodgen's been saving his timeouts for a moment like this. It will be a 30-second timeout on the floor. Again, coming up next, 3 games across the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Here it'll be Upperman Watertown. This will be in the same broadcast stream on social media. It'll be a new broadcast on NFHS Network. Over on UCR2, Pickett County and Gordonsville. And on UCR3, it's Cookeville and Cleveland. 3 great games. Watertown, winners of 10 consecutive games, trying to knock off Upperman. Lady Bees trying to go to a familiar place, the region championship game. More on that to come later. Here, all eyes on the Warriorettes and Lady Panthers. 55-45, 5:24 to go. Grasty in no hurry. Sends it ahead to Gracie Clark. Now to Norris. Norris out of the corner. Skip feed. Gracie Clark leaps up to grab, and she's fouled. Wittenberg with a good show of sportsmanship. 2 seniors have played a lot against each other. Score update on the Nick's Restaurant scoreboard. Bradley Central leads over Coffee County, 59-38. Yeah, Cookeville beats Cleveland tonight. They will play Bradley Central on Wednesday. Undefeated Bradley Central, 3-time defending state champions in Class 4A. Grasty ahead, Clark. Tough shot, good. Gracie Clark with another lay. She now has 18 points tonight. Now on the other end, Wittenberg with a quick lay. An immediate answer and a timeout by Mike Buck. Ashley Wittenberg is not ready to be done playing basketball in her high school career. Goes right down and lays it in. She now has 12. And a 30-second timeout called by the Lady Panthers. Stick around post-game. We'll go through the scoring. We'll have an interview with the winning coach and, of course, have the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game who will get to wear the chain. It's up for grabs right now, but Sparta maintains a 10-point lead at 57-47. 2 of the state's best going at it again. In front of a great atmosphere as well. It'll be Sparta basketball, baseline inbound, 94 feet away from the hoop. Don't forget the Goose is Loose. Coverage coming up at CumberlandReporter.com, including cinematic highlights presented by Risher Roofing. You will not want to miss that. Here's Lakeland Grasty. Sparta trying to rally around their teammate who left with an injury, Kyra Fox, earlier. Still thoughts and prayers to her. They've handled it well in her absence, which is a big absence. Norris has it. Sends back. That pass was tipped by Wittenberg. Grasty goes back to gather. She has several Lady Panthers looking at her. Grasty sends it ahead to Selby. Selby crosses for Winfrey. Winfrey in the double team finds Clark. Clark poked, but it goes to Winfrey. She'll skip it to Selby. Sparta still bleeding the clock. Selby weaves through traffic. Runner up and good. Ashlyn Selby now has 12. A great performance for her and a turnover as that one's thrown away and it goes back to the Warriorettes. Bella Winningham back in with 4 fouls, but with 4:07 to go, Coach Dodgens looking for a dagger. Lakeland Grasty to bring it up here. Region 4-3A semifinals, but it's District 7-3A on display. The best district in the state of Tennessee. Here's Grasty driving, lost handle, saved it in to Winningham. Can she grab? She can, saves to Grasty. Now Gracie Clark gonna bleed the clock. She'll skip it over to Selby. Selby working against Lauren Clark, loses her footing. Clark right there with the steal and a foul. And I think it's on Selby for the hold. It is. Ashlyn Selby now. 2 Warriorette starters with 4. No Fox either. And fouls are the one thing. You've got one more place to go. Sarah Winfrey on the bench, and then it's probably Tegan Angle who would check in. She's played some minutes. As Wittenberg loses it, and what a steal. Bella Winningham picks it off. Now nearly loses it. She's double teamed, saves it, goes back over to Selby. What a play by Winningham. Pass ahead, Gracie Clark. Turns on Wyatt. Keeps her foot, skip feet, and a foul. This will be the 4th on Stone. It goes Lexi Clark. Now the 3rd on Lexi Clark. Lauren has 3, Lexi has 3, and Wittenberg has 3. Inbound coming here for Lakeland Grasty. Fires in to Kylie Norris, who's played well here tonight. Winningham, big contact there, and now a tie-up as both Lauren Clark and Gracie Clark went after it. And the arrow belongs to Stone Memorial, and the desperation level going to start to tick up here for Stone. Down by 12 with 3:13 to go. Both these teams have realistic hopes of winning a state championship. that dream's going to end for somebody. You're going to see the desperation really ratchet up. Clark inbounds to Wittenberg. Wittenberg bounces over to Lauren Clark. Clark to Wittenberg. Open, pulls up at the mid-range. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Gracie Clark has it, and she's fouled. And this will be 2 free throws for Gracie Clark at the Real Estate Collective free throw line. Ella Jane May picks up her third. Gracie Clark to the line for 2. Final, Jackson County wins 64-42 over Trousdale County and advances to the Region 4 1A championship game as Gracie Clark hits the front end here. Next one is good. 2 for 2 for Gracie Clark. Gracie lights out Clark. It's a 14-point Warriorette lead. Here's Ashley Wittenberg. Off a screen, Wittenberg drives in the baseline. Floats back, dumps back to Clark. Lauren Clark now. Off the screen, thought about the 3, and she traveled. Foot slid, possession back to White County. Time running out on the Lady Panthers. 2:43 to go. This has been a clinical effort tonight by the Warriorettes. Trailed briefly early as Gracie Clark inbounds to Selby. But since then, they have maintained control. Wittenberg nearly has the steal, another tie-up, and a foul. 2 free throws for Ashlyn Selby. This one goes on Lauren Clark. It is her 4th. Ashlyn Selby to the Real Estate Collective free throw line to shoot 2. 2:37 to go, and it's going to start to become insurmountable if Sparta converts at the free throw line. First one, good. 13 for Selby. I mean, people came to play tonight for both teams. There's not a lot of disappearing acts that have happened. It's been a well-played game, but Sparta has maintained control. They now lead by 16. 2:34 to go. They'll rise to their feet here at Watertown. Lexi on the drive and a block. Lakeland Grasty swats it out of play. It'll stay with Stone. 2:28 to go in the ball game. Wittenberg to inbound from the baseline. Fires Lauren Clark. Turnaround jumper, can't hit. Rebound, punch back, May has it. She'll send it over to Wyatt. Long 2, no. Rebound down, grabbed by Kylie Norris. She's double teamed. Fires a pass and a timeout granted to Michael Dodgen before the steal. Timeout on the floor by White County. It is 63-47. Warriorettes leading by 16. Trying to punch their ticket for the 3rd consecutive year to the Region 4 3A Tournament Championship game. They are 1-1 in those games. Won it last year, advanced to the state tournament before falling in the first round. Gracie Clark leads the way with 20 points. Don't forget, post-game, we'll be joined by the winning coach. That's going to be a must-see conversation if this result holds. 2:14 to go in the ball game, 63-47. Goose is here as well. Feature coverage coming to UpperCumberlandReporter.com from both games here in Watertown tonight. It'll be White County basketball from the baseline, leading by 16, just trying to not fall apart, and they will win this game at this point. Inbound, Gracie Clark. She'll dump it ahead to Selby, and May with a hole. 2 free throws for Ashlyn Selby. Ella Jane May called for her 4th. To the Rico free throw line goes Selby. The experience of White County has shined through tonight. This is a Stone team that is absolutely loaded. They're an elite team right now, and they're going to be an elite team moving forward. But White County is the team on the doorstep with 2:09 to go of finishing this one off, as the first free throw is no good for Selby. The next one misses as well, 0 for 2. Stone trying to capitalize as May has it. She knows she can't stand up, sends it ahead to Wittenberg. Stone's got to go quick. Wittenberg on the drive, and a foul. It'll be on the floor, but this is 2 free throws into the bonus as they'll get Kylie Norris for her 3rd. And Ashley Wittenberg will go to the Real Estate Collective free throw line for 2. Once again, we want to thank Mayberry's Furniture for being the presenting sponsor of the game tonight. Go visit Mayberry's Furniture in Crossville or Cookville tomorrow and get 10% off your order when you mention UCR. As the first free throw is good for Ashley Wittenberg, 13 tonight for her. Wittenberg goes 2 for 2. It is a 14-point game, 2 minutes to go. Here's Gracie Clark. Sends to Winningham. Back to Clark. Takes the lay and puts it in. Gracie lights out Clark. 65-49. They'll rise to their feet again. Wittenberg gives to May. Back to Wittenberg. Shrugs off the defender. Back to Lexi Clark. Stone's got to go. Pass into May. She grabs, puts it up and in. Ella Jane May with a tough finish. She now has 10. Ahead Winningham, 14-point game. Winningham spins into the corner, now bounces back Clark. Clark over to Selby. Right side Norris. Norris ahead to Selby. Selby steps around a defender and she double dribble. Stone gonna have to go very fast. Bella Wyatt to the table, checking in for Brooklyn Lane. They'll be looking for a quick bucket here with 1:15 to go in regulation. Wittenberg into the front court. Sends right side Clark. Lexi dumps into May. All alone, she puts it in. 4 straight for Ella Jane May. And a timeout going to be called here by Mike Buck with exactly 1 minute to go in the ball game. As Stone tries to make it interesting here. It is now a 12-point game, 65-53. It would take a miracle. But miracles do happen. Sparta trying to maintain control here and not fall apart. If they do so, they're going to advance into the sub-state round again for the 3rd straight year. They are live over on UCR2, Pickett County and Gordonsville. Region 4 Single A semifinal. It does not get much bigger than tonight in our line of work. 65-53. These two teams have put on a show tonight, but it has been White County. They took the lead in the first quarter. They led by 5 at the end of the first, 13 at the end of the second, 10 at the end of the third, and they lead by 12 now with 60 seconds to go. Sparta basketball, Stone hungry to force a turnover. Selby to inbound. Inbound goes to Gracie Clark. She'll fire it ahead to Winningham in space. Bleeding the clock down. Winningham drives all the way. Shot fake, missed the lay. Quick shot. Here's Smith. Wittenberg on the run out. Chance for Stone. 45 seconds, Wittenberg. Sends to Lauren Clark. Now Smith to Lexi. Wide open 3. Good. Lexi Clark splashes home the tray, and it is a single-digit game. A Gary Maxwell Insurance 3 9-point game. That one poked from Grasty. She gathers. Stone's going to have to foul. Grasty weaving through traffic. Ahead to Norris. All alone. Her lay is good. There's the dagger. Kylie Norris for 2. And Sparta knows. Here's a drive for Wittenberg. Blocked. Ashlyn Selby with the exclamation point. Over to Winningham. Winningham into the front court. And she will bleed the clock. The White County Warriorettes, for the 3rd consecutive year, advance to the Region 4 3A Tournament Championship game. Final score, White County 67, Stone Memorial 56. We welcome you into the postgame show. What a great basketball game tonight between these two elite teams. It's a shame that somebody had to go home this evening, but the Superstars showed out. So many good performances. We're going to break it all down, and we're going to have an interview with Michael Dodgen as he'll join Ella Fox here shortly after going through the handshake line. An emotional ball game tonight. The Sparta fans brought it as well, and they're being saluted by their team and their head coach. And now if we can get the signal, let's go down. Let's go down to Ella.
Coach, I mean, what are the thoughts on tonight's game?
Well, now I know how the Americans felt in the 80 hockey game because nobody gave us a chance, and we were playing the mighty Russians, and we took down the Russians tonight. And we just played great. I thought defensively we were fantastic, really proud of our kids, and, you know, we get to survive and play one more.
Congrats on the win, Coach. Back to you, Noah.
You never know what the head coach for the Warriorettes is going to say, but it is his White County Warriorettes with the victory tonight over Stone Memorial. Listen, let's start here. We're going to go through the scoring and everything. First, how about the season Stone Memorial had this year? I mean, just everyone expected them to have a good year. They had a tremendous middle school program. The 8th graders all coming, had a great season. They exceeded all expectations. They were a real state championship contender in pretty much every other district across this state and region across this state. They are into the championship game. They are into the state tournament with a chance to win it all. But the strength of this district means great teams ultimately sometimes don't make it to the end of the postseason. But it's the White County Warriorettes. Victory number 30 of the campaign, and they advance to the region championship game. Scoring is as follows. First for Stone, who falls to 27-4 on their unbelievable season. 16 points for Lexi Clark, 14 for Ashley Wittenberg, 12 for Ella Jane May, 10 for Lauren Clark, 3 for Bella Wyatt, and 1 for Brooklyn Lane, for a team total of 56. For the victorious White County Warriorettes tonight, who will take on the winner of Upperman Watertown, it was 22 points for Gracie Lights Out Clark, 14 points for Ashlyn Selby, 15 for Bella Whittingham. 13 of those came in the first half. 8 tonight for Kylie Norris, 6 for Lakeland Grasty, and 2 for Kyra Fox, for a team total of 67. Tonight's Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game, and the young lady who just got her picture in the UCR chain, once again, it is Gracie Clark. Put the team on her back in a major way. Give big shout-outs to Bella Whittingham for her performance, Ashlyn Selby as well. 22 for her. And a big shout-out as well to Kyra Fox, who is going to get to at least have a smile on her face because her team got it done tonight. Kyra, we're thinking about you, and we're praying for you tonight as she is being tended to, but it's the White County Warriorettes 67-56 over Stone Memorial. Well, we're going to catch our breath and come back with another pregame show. It'll be the Crouch Team with Highlands Elite Real Estate pregame show on the other side, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. The Upperman Lady Bees take on the Watertown Lady Tigers to face off against the Warriorettes in the region championship game. Much more to come, but that'll do it for the first half of our doubleheader. Final score, White County 67, Stone Memorial 56. It's time for another Crouch Team with Highlands Lake Real Estate pregame show as we are moments away from tip-off here in Watertown. It's the other Region 4 3A Girls Tournament semifinal round, and it sees the 2 seed out of District 7 3A Upperman take on the number 1 seed, the regular season and tournament champions of District 8 3A, the Watertown Lady Tigers. Noah McKay back on the call here in the Upper Cumberland Generators broadcast booth. Ella Fox on the sidelines. The lovely Madison McKay producing things for us here in this one. Interesting matchup, a rematch. These two teams got together all the way back in a Thanksgiving tournament at Mount Juliet on November 26th, and it was a 50-26 Upperman win. But as we've seen all postseason, anything can happen the second time around. Watertown playing maybe the best basketball in this program's history as of late. 20-12 on this season. I mentioned they're the number 1 seed out of 8-3A, coming off a 47-30 victory over Livingston Academy. Winners of 10 consecutive games. Under head coach Brenna Price, this Lady Tigers team is playing really good ball, and they have got size that Upperman will have to contend with tonight. The Upperman Lady Bees, under longtime head coach in her 32nd season, Dana McWilliams, 24-8 on this season, number 2 in District 7 3A, coming off a dominant 66-21 win against Macon County. They're the number 7 ranked team in Class 3A, winners of 5 of their last 7, and they expect to be in this round, and it is because of the culture that their head basketball coach has laid. How about in the last 11 seasons, the dynasty in Baxter? 3 state championships, 5 state championship game appearances, 7 state tournament appearances in the last 11 seasons. That's including this one. They're hoping to make it 8 out of 11 years, 6 region championships. In 11 seasons, 333 wins with 6 30-plus win seasons. Upperman has been the standard bearer in their classification for the past decade plus, and they're looking for that to continue tonight. But in their way is a hungry Watertown Lady Purple Tigers team. Ella Fox caught up with both these head coaches. Ella, what did they have to say before this semifinal matchup? Maybe. Ella's working on her mic. There she is.
Dana McWilliams said she's excited for the opportunity for the Lady Bees to be able to play in the regional semifinals, and that it's an exciting time for everyone. Now, Brenna Price with Watertown mentioned that the Lady Tigers have never made it past this spot, so she wants to see her girls play good basketball. And just like Noah's been saying all night, she said this is the best night of basketball in the Upper Cumberland. Back to you, Noah.
It's going to be a fun night of basketball. Let's get to the South Willow Auto Clinic starting lineups as we get Watertown starters here. And let's start with the Watertown Lady Purple Tigers on their home floor under head coach Brenna Price with a record of 20 victories and 12 losses, looking for their first trip to a region championship game in program history. Starting tonight for the Lady Tigers, number 2, a sophomore, Daily Height. Number 4, a senior, Izzy Burns. Number 11, a junior, Molly Followell. Number 15, a senior, Macy Braley. And number 24, a senior, Juliana Pruitt. Their opponents tonight, the Upperman Lady Bees under head coach Dana McWilliams with a record of 24 victories and 8 losses. Starting tonight for the Lady Bees, number 3, a sophomore, Cassie Crouch. Number 11, a junior, Sadie South. Number 12, a senior, Taylor Delente. Number 22, a senior, Gracie Butler. And number 23, a senior, Maggie Butler. Starters once again for Watertown, Height, Burns, Followell, Braley, and Pruitt. And on the other side, it's Crouch, South, Delente, Butler, and Butler. This is a prestigious senior class for the Lady Bees. They're looking to extend one more game. Of course, they won the state championship their freshman season, were runners-up their freshman season, made the state tournament in their second season, missed falling in this round a year ago against Livingston Academy 47-36, trying to get back to the Glass House to take a big step with a win tonight. Lead official walks in, throws it up. Let's get it on in Watertown as Crouch sees that one go out of bounds, didn't grab it for some reason, and so Watertown gets the basketball. Not sure why Cassie Crouch didn't grab the basketball, but Watertown will take it. They turned the ball over a ton in that meeting at Mount Juliet. That was something Coach Price talked about after the game, the intensity level needed to take down a team like Upperman. We'll see if they can have it tonight. Pruitt has it right wing side. Upperman starts in their man-to-man. They'll go into their 2-3 at some point, you would assume. Followell has it now here at the center court circle on their home floor. Students here in full force for Watertown tonight. Beneath the hoop here Pass over right side to Height. Now they'll swing it over left wing. Followell. Followell surveys the floor. Upperman tight. Man-to-man defense in the front court. Pruitt now right side. Gives to Brearley. Now she'll fire it over right side. Back out. Followell. Now tosses it to Height. Height swings it around right side. Followell. Followell fires into the low block. That size fight will be one to watch tonight. Macy Braley gets the scoring started. It's 2-0 Watertown. Braley getting the action underway. If she can have a big night, Watertown can have a big night. Here's a drive in for Delenti. She'll give back to Maggie Butler. Back to Delenti. Lines up the open tray. Can't hit off front iron. Rebound down. Followell out and running in transition. Crouch awaits as Followell drives in. Barrels into the chest. Shot won't go. Rebound down. Second chance up and good. Macy Braley has 4 early ones, and it's 4-0 Watertown. It is the intensity level being carried by Watertown early. Here's Maggie Butler on the drive. Gives to Cassie Crouch. Passes up the look. Gives back to Gracie Butler on the drive. Gracie fires it over to Delenti. 6:20 to go in the first quarter. It's 4-0. Crouch has it here top of the circle. Now left side Maggie Butler. She'll line up the three. Can't hit. Upperman cold to start, but Gracie Butler has the rebound. Her putback, no. Another miss. Braley on the rebound. Now nearly a swipe. It will be. Now grabbed again. Followell. Double dribble was called. Looked like that was tipped by Maggie Butler. The official says no. A break for the Lady Bees as they'll get possession here. 4-0 Watertown here. 6:04 to go in the first. The winner gets White County. They knocked off Stone Memorial earlier on tonight on this floor. Crouch with it. Gives to Delenti. Taz works off a couple of screens. Now to Maggie Butler. Left alone. Maggie into Gracie. Gracie, one dribble. Into a double team. Spins it back out to Sadie South. Over to Maggie. Maggie drives. She's been in rhythm offensively, but Braley has the swat. Maggie able to save it in bounds. It's a great job by Maggie Butler. Here's Butler in the front court. Gives back over. Maggie on the drive. Clears into Braley. Back out to Lenti. Upperman scoreless early on. They started slow in the district championship game. Roared back. Nearly stole a victory from Stone. Foul trouble did them in. Crouch gives to South. Now Delenti. Right side Maggie. Long possession for Upperman. South. Here's Gracie on the drive. The Amtrak. Lay blocked. Braley having a huge impact. Butler slow to get back to her feet. A chance for Watertown in transition. Skip feed across left side. Followell. Her three is good. Molly Followell splashes home the tray. And a haymaker from Watertown building some belief here on their home floor. Winners of 10 consecutive games. A quick cash pond timeout by Dana McWilliams. 7-0 Watertown with 4:57 to go in the first quarter. 3 games live across the network over on UCR2. Gordonsville and Pickett County on UCR3. It's Cookeville and Cleveland tonight. 7-0 the score. Watertown red hot to start. Macy Braley has 4, and Molly Followell splashes home a tray in transition. Upperman ice cold from the floor. A couple of blocks in the front court. And it is all Watertown, 7-0, 4:57 to go in the first. Ton of time still to go in this basketball game, but a haymaker thrown by the home team trying to ride the energy. Upperman wants to take this crowd out of the game. They have not done that so far. Crouch into the front court. Gracie Butler has it. This is a Watertown team. As part of this win streak, went into Jamestown and beat York Institute as Crouch gives back to South. Delenti off a screen, lines it up, can't hit. Another miss for Upperman. Ice cold. Followell on the rebound, and here she comes on the run out. She'll bounce it over right side. Now a drive, big collision, and a travel. Possession back the other way as Crouch really forced that travel. Pruitt went inside. Possession back to the Lady Bees. Watertown goes into the full court pressure, 4.5 to go in the first. Coverage tonight presented by Gentry's Power Equipment, your hometown steel and X-Mark dealer. Cassie Crouch, sophomore point guard, gives over to Delenti. Fires the back cut to South. They murdered Watertown with the back cuts at Mount Juliet, but not this time. Off the mark, another turnover. And subs checking in, a couple of them here for Coach Price. Bella Fye, who had a great district tournament, checking in. Gracie Butler will check out. Riley Bowers checks in for the first time. on the other side. Upperman into their pressure. They had a lot of success with this in the first meeting. Watertown doesn't handle it here. It's a turnover. Maggie Butler on the steal. Here she comes. Able to keep her footing, gives back to 5. Watertown trying to make some history tonight and do it against a heavyweight in this classification. They haven't been in this class long. Right side south. Upperman still scoreless, middle of the first quarter. Delenti to 5. Bella 5 lines it up. Can't hit. Rebound. Punch. South has it. Second chance for the Lady Bees. Crouch now. Baseline, and she's fouled. Rayleigh lost the spot. It'll be her first, team's first. Braille, pardon me. Braille called for her first. She has 4 points already. Macy Braille, the engine for this Watertown team. Bella Phi going to bring it back out. 7-0, 3:35 to go in the first quarter. Phi on the drive. Straight up and down defense by Bowers forces the turnover. Watertown takes it back. Now it's swiped and stolen away by Maggie Butler. Butler with 2 straight steals. Delenti weaving through traffic. Upperman's defense starting to ratchet down here. Their offense, though, dead on arrival here early on. Crouch to Maggie. Lines up the 3. Still ice cold. Upperman getting great looks. They're not going. 7-0. Watertown has to space it out when this is happening. Here's Willard on the drive. Step through. Shot good. Maddie Willard, a freshman. How about Watertown? 9-0, riding the energy from their home crowd. Upperman looks shell-shocked. Here's Crouch with a step. She'll drive, barrels in, shot up. No, another miss. Now a steal, though. Maggie Butler poked it. It went to Crouch. Now Maggie drives in on Braille, a foul, and this is big. The one thing Watertown can't have is Macy Braille getting into foul trouble. She has both fouls called against Watertown. Izzy Burns goes to the table to check in 4. Gracie Butler's there as well, and it's Maggie Butler trying to get the Lady Bees on the board. And she can't. There is a lid on the hoop right now for the Lady Bees. Butler checks in for South. Dyersburg beats Jackson Southside on the SK Creation scoreboard. Very similar situation to what this district and region had out there as Maggie Butler breaks the seal and gets the scoring started. 9-1, 2:35 to go in the opening quarter. Now a foul. Delenti going to be called for the personal as she was sprinting down the floor. That is the Lady Bees' first foul. 2.5 to go in the first quarter, 9-1. While Upperman is this slow starting, Watertown has to separate. This is a Lady B team that when they get hot, they score very quickly. Inbound goes into Bowers. Now a pass right side, and Delenti just picked up her second. Going after the pass, jumped in front. She'll be forced off the floor. So now Braille with 2, Delenti with 2, and Sadie South returns to the table. South in for Delenti. 9-1, 2:26 to go in the opening quarter. Great start for Watertown. Willard to inbound here. Fires to Followell. Followell sends it right side to Height. Now Bowers with no Braille on the floor. Can the offense keep going? Followell's one that can provide it. She'll bounce it over right side to Height. Burns is the other as this skip pass goes into the corner. And a jump. Gracie Butler got her hands on it, and the arrow belongs to the Lady Bees. They have forced turnovers on the last 4 possessions by Watertown, but they have 1 point to show for it so far. 9-1, Upperman basketball. 5 to inbound to Crouch. A little full court look shown by Followell. Just trying to slow down Upperman from getting into their half-court offense. If she gets an opportunity, she'll swipe. Crouch gives to Maggie. Now Gracie. South off 2 screens. It's the Lady B special. Open tray, good. Safety South. Upperman on the board from long range. It's a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3, and it's 9-4. Now Phi with the cutoff and a foul. Bella Phi called for the push. That'll be her first, team's third. Dana McWilliams not happy with the call. Looked like a pretty good one from my angle here. She's not animated about it, but had a question. Height to inbound here, leading 9-4. It was 9-0 a couple of minutes ago. They get 1 minute ago. Followell. Upperman is into their 2-3. Willard. Back to Followell. Off a screen. It's a great one. Now sends into the corner Height. Follow-Will skip pass. Butler went after it. It allows a drive inside and out of bounds. Brick wall, Maggie Butler bodied up Willard on her way past, and possession back to Upperman with a 1:24 to go in the first. It's 9-4. Fida inbound here to Crouch. Upperman appears to have taken a breath after getting shocked early by a full court assault by Watertown. And the problem here is Molly Follow-Well, I think, may have got poked up high. She's trying to blink it out, staying out there. Gracie Butler now. Pass fake. Drive. Left-hand lay is good. A 6-0 burst for the Lady Bees, and it's 9-6 with a minute to go in the first. Now a near steal. This one grabbed and thrown over to Follow-Well. Into the front court, Follow-Well gives back. Watertown's 9-point lead is down to 3 just like that. It took a minute and a half. Follow-Well left side. Shot fake. A good one. She'll drive into the mid-range, dumps it over right side. Willard lines up the 3. Too strong. Gracie Butler on the rebound. Here comes Upperman looking for more. Outlet feed to South. Catches on the run, and she's fouled. Willard commits the personal, and Sadie South to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. And all of a sudden, the Lady Bees have shown up here in Wilson County after the full timeout, or pardon me, 30-second timeout was called by Dana McWilliams. Sadie South connects on the front end of 2. 7 straight for Upperman. The junior sharpshooter hits 2 at the line. She has 5 already, and it's 8 straight for Upperman. Willard ahead. When Bralia went out, this game changed in a major way. And this is without Taylor Delenti on the floor for Upperman. And now a miscommunication and another turnover. And Delenti's going to go to the table. A little bit of a risk, but here on one offensive possession, Upperman somehow is going to have a chance to lead into the second with 23.2 to go in the frame. Winner gets White County Wednesday night for a region championship. Loser season comes to an end tonight. Here's Crouch. Over to Delenti. Left side, Gracie Butler. Into Maggie. 10 to shoot. Hand off Gracie. She'll drive. Finger roll. Lady Bees lead. A 10-0 run for Upperman. Now Follow-Will with 2 to shoot. Bounces it ahead. And Upperman with a huge answer. Trail 9-0. They now lead 10-9. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman football on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is your hometown Steel and Exmark dealer, and they're presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics all year long on UCR. 10-9. Upperman trailed 9-0 with 2:36 to go in the first. A 10-0 run. Macy Bralia was forced off the floor with 2 fouls, and that changed the complexion of things as Upperman's offense found its rhythm, and they started turning over the Lady Tigers. Long way to go. 3 quarters still on the clock. As Follow-Will gives over into the corner. 3 ball for Height. That one's no good. An air ball. Gracie Butler on the rebound and the run out. Here she comes. Coast to coast. Gracie Butler. The Amtrak is fouled. Juliana Pruitt called for her first, and Gracie Butler to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for 2. Let's get a couple of score updates on the SK Creation scoreboard. Pickett County leads Gordonsville 18-16 after 1. Cookeville leads Cleveland 22-15 after 1. Those games are broadcast games tonight. First one for Gracie B is no good. The free throw line has been an up and down experience for the Lady Bees this year. It's feast or famine. As Gracie splits, she now has 5 points, and Upperman has scored 11 unanswered. Pass ahead. Now stepping through is Followill. Crouch on her hip. Followill with the step. Sends it over right side. Shot no. Maggie Butler disrupts again. Here's Gracie on the run out. Gracie Butler just weaving through traffic. She'll skip it over to Maggie. Maggie to Phi. In the pocket. Long ball. No. Rebound down. Followill has it here for Watertown. Trying to stop the run. Followill weaving through traffic. Upperman into their 2-3. She'll give it over for Height. The sophomore Height sends it right side to Pruitt. One of the best seasons in program history for Watertown, trying to reach a region final for the first time. Miscommunication. Followill catches the tip. Followill off the dribble. Long three. No. Another rebound for Maggie Butler, who's been tallying double-double after double-double the past few weeks. 5. Crouch. Now Maggie. Hands off Gracie. Gracie drives in. Right hand leg good. Gracie Butler. 2 more. 13 unanswered by the Lady Bees. Gut check time for Watertown. Trailing by 4 on their home floor, and the crowd has been taken out for now. They need a bucket. Followill steps through. Left hand leg. Tough shot good. Molly Followill now has 5, and that ends the run at 13-0. Now Crouch ahead to Butler. This is Maggie. She'll drive. Puts the shot up. No. Disrupted by Burns. Watertown trying to settle in here. Into the front court comes Bowers. She'll toss it over to Followill. South awaits her at the top of the zone. Pass right side to Height. Height skips back over to Bowers. Followill. Winner, you're into sub-state. Loser, your season ends. Height sends it over right side. Pruitt into the corner, 3 ball, no. Another air ball, but an offensive rebound and a foul on the putback. And this will be 2 free throws upcoming for Briley Bowers as Gracie Butler was just underneath the hoop and got caught in a bad position. It'll be her first, team's first. Gordonsville leads Pickett County on the SK Creation scoreboard at halftime, 34-29. The Lady Bobcats dropping that game to Jackson County had big consequences. They're in a fight now for their season. Taylor Delente in with 2 fouls as the first free throw is no good for Juliana Pruitt. Oh for 2 at the line, rebound loose, and it's grabbed away by Maggie Butler, another board. Here's Crouch, thinking about the outlet, she'll just bring it up. Checks over her shoulder to the right wing. Upperman goes to work in the half court. Crouch on the drive, loses handle, regathers, spins it out. That pass intended for South was tipped and grabbed away by Height. Height, outlet feed, all alone. Willard rushed on the lay, though. Rebound, punched out of play, and it'll go to the Lady Bees. Gracie Butler checking in. Cassie Crouch out. 5:07 to go in the second. It's 13-11. Delente to inbound here. Bounces into Bella Phi. Phi, great crossover. She'll touch it ahead to Delente. Ahead to Gracie. Gracie spins on Followill. Reverses Maggie. She is wide open. That one's no good, just a hair too strong. She is close to breaking through. Pass ahead to Height. Lines up the 3. Big swing, can't hit. Guess who got the rebound? Maggie Butler. Eyes up for Maggie. Finds Delente all alone. Right hand leg good. Taylor Delente with her first bucket, and it's 15-11. 4:30 to go here in the first half. Willard ahead. Right side Followill. In rhythm 3. No. Rebound. The Butlers tipped it, and Gracie comes away. Gracie outlet feed. Delente is all alone again. Defender arrives. No good. South on the rebound. Second chance. 5. South. 3. No. Rebound tipped. Here comes Willard the other way. Willard barrels into Phi. She created the contact, but then Phi comes back at her, and that will be the foul. Second on Bella Phi. Second team foul on the Lady Bees. 4:06 to go in the second quarter. Crouch to the table, likely to check in for Phi with those 2 fouls. 4:06 to go in the second. Upperman leading by 4. They've had some chances to really separate and have missed great looks. Still have not cashed home a 3 outside of the one earlier for Sadie South. Pass over right side to Height. Height dumps into the corner for Willard. Willard back to Height. Skip feed, nice one, Followill. Followill against Butler. Another dangerous pass. Delenti tipped it, and then it went off of Willard out of play. And Upperman gets the possession again. Turnovers really adding up here. Score update, Cookeville on the SK Creation scoreboard leads at the half 32-24 over Cleveland. Trying to set a date with Bradley Central in a region championship game in Region 3 4A. Pass here, Maggie Butler. She waits, hands off to Delenti. Taz gives back to South. South over to Delenti. Delenti spins, fires back Gracie. Gracie steps past Followill, drives in, puts it up in a foul. Willard picks up her second, and Gracie Butler, the Johnson University signee, will go to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for 2. Upperman trail 9-0. Since then, a 15-2 run spanning nearly a quarter-long time frame as Gracie rattles home the first. Now 8 in the half for Gracie Butler. Next one, no good. Another split trip for the Lady Bees. Been the story of the game at the line so far, leaving some meat on the bone. Can Watertown capitalize? Followill fires a pass intercepted. South picked it up, then threw it away. Hot potato, who wants the basketball? It's Followill for now. Molly Followill fires it right side to Height. Height gives back in the hottest gym in North America. Now Followill has it. I mean, I'm sweating up here. That's not good. I don't enjoy that. Another tip and another turnover. Gracie Butler comes away with this one. Eyes up for Gracie into the front court. Sizes up her man. Spins to the elbow. Now fires back to South. Off a flare screen, back down to Crouch. Crouch off a South screen. Now back Gracie. Gracie, ISO, drive, fall away, no. Rebound down, this one grabbed away. Bowers had to be careful, nearly got away with a carry. Don't call that very often anymore. We saw it last week a couple of times. Followill sends it over left side to Height. Height against South. Skip feed back out. In traffic, laying a block foul. Maggie Butler reached in, and this will be 2 free throws for Molly Followill. She scored the only 2 points of the quarter so far for Watertown, and now she'll go to the line for 2. Thompson Machinery and the Cat Rental Store, your one-stop shop for our dirt machinery and aerial equipment needs, located at their new facility at 4314 Academy Road in Cookeville. They're a Caterpillar dealer who rent, sell, service, and provide parts. For rental needs, call Lane at 931-267-6380. And to buy, call Lucas at 931-979-5050. Followill connects on the first. 4-point game. Next one, no good. Rebound, Crouch able to grab it, and she is fouled. This will be the 3rd team foul on Watertown, and Briley Bowers picks up her first. Delenti to inbound from the baseline here to Crouch. Upperman survived a slow start. They still aren't playing particularly well offensively, but have the lead by 4. Long way to go. Crouch to 5. Right side, Delenti. Delenti weaving through traffic, shot up and a block. And sliding underneath, Pruitt didn't get there in time. It'll be her second. Taylor Delenti to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for 2. The end looked like a charge typically does, but when that contact was made, she was moving forward, which means automatic block. Taylor Delenti at the stripe. And Upperman, it seems like it's going to be a famine night at the line. Another miss. It is contagious. Gracie Butler at the table. She's going to check in for Delenti if she makes the second, which she does. Had to will it in. 17-12, Upperman ahead by 5, 2:01 to go in the second. Stick around during the Happy Heller halftime show. We'll be joined by White County head coach Michael Dodgen. Excited for that extended interview as here in the front court, nice footwork. Pass back, now a drive, kick out, Followill. Followill on the cross, loses handle, foot race for it. Diving on the hardwood, Followill and Crouch, and a timeout by head coach Brenna Price. Doing a great job here at Watertown. Followill and Crouch diving for it. It'll be a quick cash pawn. Timeout on the floor, 32nd timeout. 17-12 with 1:41 to go. Thank you, Alyssa, for the update in the comment section. And Kyra Fox, that is a great update. 17-12. There are a lot of people praying for that young lady earlier on tonight. Great news. 1:41 left here in the first half. Watertown led 9-0. Upperman on a 17-3 run since then. But still just a 5-point game. Now into the front court comes Height. She bounces back to Bowers. Bowers sends it over to Followill. Now pass right side Pruitt. Back to Followill. Followill picks up her dribble. Sends it back. We have not seen Macy Bralia since picking up her second foul. It's a calculated risk by Coach Price, but they want to save her, and right now they're in the game, so it's paying off. Pass over, here's Followill. Loses handle, Crouch harassing defensively. Back to Pruitt. Send it back Height. Over to Followill. Followill drives inside. Euro step. Maggie Butler says, how do you do? Out of bounds, possession back to the Lady Bees. That's another turnover by Watertown. Phi inbounds to Crouch here against the token press. 60 seconds to go in the first half. See if the Lady Bees hold for one shot. No shot clock. They're not going to put it in tonight. Leading by 5 here on the road against a district champion. They played a ferocious non-district schedule. Give Watertown credit, so did they. Upperman went out to Greenville and won the Andrew Johnson Bank Ladies Classic, facing nationally ranked teams in the process. Crouch gives back to Phi, now over to South. They lead the season series with Sparta 2-1. We may get round 4, but Watertown will have something to say about that. 24 seconds to go in the half, and Upperman is content to run it down. Welcome to the postseason. And the Boo Birds out for Watertown, and Upperman will not care. Crouch gives to South, back to Crouch. Now Maggie fires in Gracie, 6 seconds. Gracie goes to work on the dribble, gets to the spot, and puts it in. They bleed a minute, and Gracie Butler puts an exclamation point. A 19-3 run to end the first half for the Lady Bees. They lead 19-12. We'll talk with Michael Dodgen on the other side. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Phi. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media.
It's time for the Happy Hiller halftime show. Visit happyhiller.com to see how our friends at Hiller can help solve your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical problems today. It's happyhiller.com. At the break, Upperman leads Watertown, closing the half on a 19-3 run. It's 19-12. Winner of this game, it's the winner of our earlier matchup, the White County Warriorettes. They advance for the third straight year into the Region 4 3A championship game, 67-56 over Stone Memorial. We're joined by Sparta head coach Michael Dodgen for a more extended interview. Coach, really fun basketball game tonight. You have the huge unfortunate moment, a lot of prayers for Kyra Fox. Her mom put a very good update in the comment section on Facebook. Your team able to withstand it. You get a huge win, biggest game of the season, and a big win.
Well, you know, sometimes when you have to face a little bit of adversity, somebody's got to step up on your team, and I thought Kylie Norris and Sarah Winfrey did a good job for us. But that just shows how they've been prepared for the moment throughout the entire year. And not just this moment, and did everything they're supposed to do. But, you know, knowing Kyra, she'll probably try to come back and play on Wednesday. She's tough as all get out. So We'll see what happens, but it is a good progress right now. But really proud of our kids tonight, Noah, just to be honest. I thought we handled some things. Stone came out, punched us in the mouth early, it's like they do every game. They're one of the best starting teams around, and they make shots, they penetrate, they try to put so much pressure on you to do what you need to do. And, it probably sent some people into shockwaves that we played zone for about 7 possessions. But we had to do some things to change it up, and we had to keep some people from getting fouls just because we were doing a lot of reaching instead of sliding our feet. But really proud of our kids and how they played and how they stepped up. And they didn't want their season to be done. And you could tell that in the locker room. You could tell that, all different kinds of things throughout. But I'm really proud of our kids and live to play another game. Just wish it was like some other regions where, people just aren't really, really good in your region and district. And what a great atmosphere.
Unbelievable.
And I'll say this, and if people aren't here, Watertown High School does a fantastic job.
Absolutely.
I mean, their hospitality has been fantastic since the moment we stepped in the gym.
Yeah, I echo that as well. I thought the experience of your group really shined through. These are the games where if you haven't been here, it can be tough sometimes when those momentum swings came. Your team handled those momentum swings. It seemed like with a level of maturity that you have to win a region semifinal.
Well, it did. I thought, there were some opportunities where Stone made some runs at us, and we answered that run with maybe a 3-0 run or a 4-0 run. And, we just kept getting stops and forced them into some bad turnovers that they typically don't make throughout the year. But I am going to say this, with Stone, I'm telling you, Ashley Wittenberg is a winner.
Yep.
Ashley Wittenberg is a winner. She's a first-class player. She just competes at such a high level, and we knew we couldn't allow her to have a big game, and we held her in check for the most part, but she got some big buckets for them in their run.
Gracie Clark was Gracie Clark tonight. She was sensational, but Bella Winningham gave you a lot. 15 points. She was battling through foul trouble. Didn't hit a 3, but had those 15 points. She made some key plays defensively as well. They both played great against DeKalb County. Obviously, a very tough test against Stone. When they play like that, you get a chance to do a lot of really good things here.
100%. And I thought, Bella played good. I thought Ashlyn Selby did a really, really good job. And Ashlyn, she's just steady, man. And you know what you're going to get out of Gracie. You know what you're going to get out of Bella every night. Ashlyn did a good job tonight. I thought Lakeland handled herself extremely well tonight, both offensively and defensively. I thought one of the biggest plays of the game, I think it was about 2.5 minutes left, and Bella got a steal right there off of Ashley Wittenberg, just when she tried to cross over, and that was just where we were film study and just try to take away something, and Bella did a really, really good job of just sticking her hand out there and getting a deflection, which was a big play in the game.
As we do a fun little do-si-do with the headsets here. One more. This game gets a ton of publicity, and we knew that it was coming. It could be the 2 versus the 1, or the 3 versus the 1 out of your district. But this next one, critically important. It's a region championship game. You'll see who your opponent is. Obviously, the potential for a round 4 against Upperman. But to get a sub-state game in your home barn, people forget about that little region championship game, a critical one for your girls coming up.
100%. I mean, we got to come back and we got to be focused on Wednesday. We're going to have a day prep. Obviously, Upperman does a good job. And I mean, Dana's a great coach. I mean, a lot of respect for her. I'll be honest with you, Brianna Price has done a fantastic job at Watertown, and they've got a really good young team. And, it's going to be a fun matchup. Great atmosphere for high school girls basketball tonight. This place was packed.
Yeah.
And
with a broadcast, by the way.
With a broadcast. I mean, it was packed, and I was proud of how we handled things and did things there. And, you go back to the 80 Olympics. You win the semifinals, and then you got to go play a big game in the finals.
Warriorettes victorious earlier tonight. That's Michael Dodgen. Coach, congratulations. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential, multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland area since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145.
configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future, it's what we do.
Box Drop Cookville is the easiest way to buy an affordable mattress, specializing in clearance and closeouts directly from the manufacturers. They're able to pass huge savings onto you. Make an appointment to see their warehouse full of selections including big-name hybrid and memory foam alongside traditional springs that are among some of the coolest to touch mattresses on the market. Call Brandon Lane at 931-349-7066 to make your appointment today. Box Drop Cookville has been proud to serve Cookville since 2018.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Football on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media.
Lady Bees lead 19-12. They trailed 9-0, but over the last 10 minutes of the first half, outscored Watertown 19-3. That was with Macy Braille off the floor with 2 fouls. She starts the second half here. Noah McKay, Ella Fox, Madison McKay along with you here. Happy to be with you as Delenti catches the feed. Quick shot, 2 is good. Upperman wasted no time. They left some meat on the bone in that first half. Still now leading by 9. It's 21-12. Trying to set up round number 4 with White County. They lead 2-1. They faced a week ago in an overtime game as Gracie Butler tipped that pass. Now Crouch ahead to South. Upperman's flying down the floor. Delenti barrels in. Rebound down to Height. Here comes Watertown. Height with a feed ahead to Pruitt. Lady Bees clearly trying to speed this game up. Offensive foul. Gracie Butler takes the charge, and Macy Braille picks up her 3rd. Coach Price left her off the floor for the entire second quarter and now picks up her 3rd. Delenti, and in the front court leading by 9. Upperman trying to space this thing out. Gracie Butler has it. Gracie gives to Crouch. Cassie goes to work on the drive, now floats back into Delenti. Delenti spins in the mid-range, back out Gracie. She'll drive the lane. Gracie, fall away jumper, no. Tough look, a minute into the third, still a 9-point game. Here's Molly Followill. She sizes up, gets a great screen into the mid-range. Crouch switches off. Upperman's in their man again. Interesting that they went back here after being in the 2-3 for that entire run. Offensive rebound on the missed 3, and Macy Braille, who had 4 early ones, puts it in. It's a 7-point game. Going to leave her out there with 3 fouls. That's an attack sign for Upperman. Pass ahead to South. Back out to Crouch. Upperman hoping their experience in these moments shines through. Crouch to Maggie. Lines up the 3. Can't hit another one off the heel. She has been so close to reining it home. Chance for Watertown. Here's Followill. Crosses over. Maggie Butler picked her pocket. What a steal. Gracie ahead to Crouch. Crouch, skip feed. Maggie took a tumble. Delenti from the baseline, turns, blocked. Braille with the block out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Bees. Watertown hanging around here despite struggling offensively. Delenti to inbound. Got to go somewhere. Fires it into Crouch. Over to Gracie. We're back here tomorrow for 2 on the NFHS Network exclusively. It'll be Cumberland County and White County. And then on simulcast on the main page, it'll be Upperman taking on Stone Memorial. Right side, Butler to Delenti. Delenti, the assistant coach, screaming, back door. Well, there it was. Delenti drives. He knew it was coming. Taylor Delenti lays it in on the back cut. Upperman leads by 9 again. Followill swings it over left side. Height lines up the 3. Popped out halfway down. Another rebound for Maggie Butler. Gives to Delenti. Here come the Lady Bees. Delenti into the front court. Now Gracie. There are some elbows being thrown inside in this one. Crouch able to keep her foot. Dumps it back to South. Now Delenti. Upperman leading by 9. And this is the boa constrictor. The Dana McWilliams boa constrictor in the postseason, where a 9-point game feels like you're down 15. Maggie Butler, top of the key, over to Gracie. Delenti's wide open. Passes up the look. Fires it in on cutting Maggie. Finger roll, no. Braley on the rebound. Here comes Followill. Can they get a bucket? Height drives baseline. Dumps it back out. Bralia gives to Followill. Upperman's into the 2-3. Pass smacked out of play. No. Delenti didn't touch it. Possession back to the Lady Bees. And then we'll have a discussion. I certainly don't know. I didn't have a tip, but I'm not the one they're asking. And it's going to be Lady Bee basketball. 4:35 to go in the third. Crouch into the front court against Followill. Now Maggie gives to South. Lines it up. Deep 3. No rebound. Phi saves it over Crouch. Back to Phi. She'll drive into the low block. Runner blocked. Bralia with the block. Delenti with the tip. It goes to Maggie. Swipe from behind. Followill couldn't save it. And it stays with Upperman. 23-14. Coach Price is asking for a foul on some of the swipes as Gracie Butler checks in for Cassie Crouch. Delenti inbounds to Gracie. Fakes the handoff drive. Step through and a foul. This is a big one. If it's on Bralia, it's her 4th. And it is. Macy Bralia picks up her 4th foul. And this is 2 free throws for Gracie Butler at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. That is a big blow for the home team. The run began for Upperman when Bralia was on the bench, as Burns will check in for. Butler hits the first. 11 tonight for Gracie Butler. And the officials are having another discussion. Not sure what it is. It may be something to do with the students. And they're going to go to an administrator. And it is something with the students, of which there are quite a few Watertown students here. Something was said or done, and one of the best officials in the Upper Cumberland, not beyond, had something to say. Wanted that to stop. Gracie Butler goes 2 for 2. 25-14 with 4:05 to go in the third. It's an 11-point game. Dangerous pass tipped by Delenti, stolen away. Delenti to Phi, to Gracie. All alone at the top of the key. Gracie gives to South. South skip feed to Delenti. Upperman's trying to really put a dagger in. Delenti floats back. Back to South. Now to Gracie. Gracie on the drive. Jumps it back to Delenti. Maggie says, come this way. Now Phi to Maggie. No Bralia on the floor. Will they attack? Delenti to Gracie. And they're just bleeding the clock in the process, looking for a great shot. They're not stalling. They're looking for a great shot, not a quick one. 3:20 to go in the third. South will bleed it down even further. 25-14. This is the thing that comes with experience. You saw Sparta do this in their game. Just bleeding these possessions. South to Delenti. Lines it up. There's the great shot. Taylor Delenti. Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. And Upperman has doubled up Watertown, 28-14, 2:55 to go in the third. Lady Tigers need an answer. Height on the drive, into Maggie, intercepted. South on the steal, another turnover for Watertown. The straitjacket is out. Dana McWilliams' zone. Nowhere to move. 5, left side to Gracie. Now Maggie to South, into Gracie. Gracie spins and a foul. It's going to be a hold on Bowers. That is her second. Team's third. Cassie Crouch to the table, checking in. Pickett County takes the lead on the SK Creation scoreboard, 48-44 after 3. Shot up off the inbound, no, but a foul. Gracie Butler to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. And Daly Height picks up her first, team's fourth. Gracie Butler to the line for 2. Upperman trail 9-0. It is a 28-5 run. Make it a 29-5 run. 5 points in the last 16 minutes for Watertown. Gracie Butler splits the free throws. A 15-point game, not insurmountable, but it feels like 25 when it's this low scoring. Followill gives back to Willard. Now fires into Bowers, especially with no Brillia, as Maggie Butler had the near block. The rebound down, second chance as Burns grabs. Back to Followill. Long 3, popped out. Another rebound for Maggie. Height just trying to get something to go. Pass right side, Maggie gives to Gracie. She'll drive and travel. Went for the pass across and the foot slid. She had to step through. Upperman doesn't think it's a travel, and I think the foot slid. That's the issue. If it had come clean up, she would have been okay. 15-point game. Watertown looking to capitalize. Height on the drive. Goes up. Foul on Maggie Butler, and this will be 2 free throws for Daly Height, the sophomore, to the stripe. Maggie picks up her second, team's first. Daly Height flies away the first, but can't hit. Just a lid on the basket right now for Watertown. I've been so impressed with Brenna Price this entire season. She is trying to push the right buttons here, but an 0-for-2 trip doesn't help matters. Down 15. Delenti gives to Maggie. Maggie back to Crouch. Followill right there into her pocket. Crouch crosses over in the drive. Cassie all the way in. Throws it up. No. Rebound down to Burns. Ahead. Here they come. The freshman Willard in transition dumps it off Followill. Now back out to Bowers. She'll drive inside. Straight up and down. Brick, wall, Butler. Possession back the other way. Watertown wants a foul, and the official's saying no, she's right. She's entitled to stand straight up and down. Possession back to the Lady Bees. That one poked out of bounds by Followill to stay with Upperman. Bella Fye to the table. She's checking in here. Crouch will check out. 1:03 to go in the third. 29-14. Delenti to inbound. Fires into Gracie Butler. Looks at the defender who's behind her. Gracie to South. Quick trigger. Can't cash. Rebound. Fought for. Maggie Butler got another one. She is putting on a rebounding display. Kicked out Fye. Extra feed Delenti, and Upperman's going to bleed it down again. You want to see an 8-minute quarter? Delenti gives to Maggie. You may have your chance in the fourth if Upperman has their way. Maggie looks right over towards the official to see if he's counting. Starts the dribble. Now 5. 32 seconds for Bella Fye. Crosses on Bowers. Delenti. Picks up. Fires back against the trap to 5. Now Maggie over to Delenti. 20 seconds. Again, no Macy Brillia, but in foul trouble this whole game. She has 4 now. Delenti to 5, 13 seconds. Upperman scored at the end of the half with a play just like this. 10 seconds. Delenti on the drive. Spins, swiped away. Turnover by Followill. Followill now, 3 seconds. Weaving through traffic. pulls up. This would count, but it's short. And Upperman, 8 minutes away from a return trip to the region championship game after 3. It's Upperman 29, Watertown 14. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Caring for others is a privilege we don't take lightly. When you call Hiller for your plumbing repairs or service, you're not only trusting us to do the job right, you're trusting us with your family's comfort and safety. That's why we care for every client like our own loved ones. And that's why when we see something that could use some attention, we happily jump in to help. It's more than just a job. It's a calling. We do it because we care for people. We do it because we care for you.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
I work with Warren County Nursery here in McMinnville, Tennessee.
I'm very passionate about the hay because that's how I take care of my cows.
So I farm here with my dad. We raise primarily corn, soybeans, and wheat. By having that in my background and knowing what the customer expects, I know how to cater to the customer.
We're here to provide solutions for our customers.
Going through some of those challenging experiences help you understand maybe the position they're coming from.
The straitjacket is out. Upperman leads Watertown 29-14. Kick out pass and another turnover. Watertown led 9-0. They have scored 5 points in the last 20 minutes. Gracie Butler has it outside, sends to Delenti. This is not a rarity. It is very similar to Upperman versus South Gibson in the state semifinals 3 seasons ago, where they brought this straitjacket out and had one of the best performances the Murphy Center has seen, and there is a foul. Bowers commits her third. Macy Braille still off the floor with 4 fouls. It is not an insurmountable deficit. It just feels like it is, with 7:21 to go and only 14 points on the board for Watertown. Delenti inbounds to Gracie Butler. The Butler twins are getting it done. Delenti has 10. Gracie Butler has 13. Maggie Butler has what seems like 40 rebounds. She just got another one. Kick out to South. Now Crouch has it. Crouch. Pressure ratcheting up for Watertown. Desperation time for the Lady Tigers. Crouch against Height. Goes to work. Kicks over to South. South back to Gracie Butler. Gracie drives, shoulders, puts it up. No. Another rebound. Another one for Maggie Butler. Back to Gracie Butler. Over to South. Delenti. Corner 3. Let's go home. Taylor Delenti with a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. It's her second. And it's an 18-point Lady B advantage. A 32-5 run. Pass left side, Height. Swings it over to Followell. Followell drives, kicks back, 3 on the way, no, rebound Delenti. And a foul. Followell tried to shoulder in on Delenti, a little collision. And we'll see. The foul is on Followell, which is the correct call. It'll be her first, and Dana McWilliams wants timeout, sensing the tenor in the gym, wants to make sure everything stays calm. It's a quick cash pond timeout. Thompson Machinery and the Cat Rental Store, your one-stop shop for our dirt machinery and aerial equipment needs. Located at the new facility at 4314 Academy Road in Cookeville. They're a Caterpillar dealer who rent, sell, service, and provide parts. For rental needs, call Lane at 931-267-6380. And to buy, call Lucas at 931-979-5050. 6:20 to go in the ball game. It's 32-14. Don't forget, tomorrow, 2 games in this tournament. One on NFHS Network will be Cumberland County and White County. And then the main event, it'll be Upperman Stone Memorial. The only 2 single-digit games Upperman played in district play were against Stone. The Panthers will try and pull the upset tomorrow night. That game will be on the main UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel, and NFHS Network. We'll also have action of single A and 4A. It'll be Upperman basketball here, 32-14 to score. Pressure time here, full court press being applied by Watertown as Delenti gives in to Crouch. Crouch ahead to Maggie Butler, over to Delenti. Back to Crouch, into the front court. Crouch to Maggie. Maggie to South. Surveys, brings it back around. South clears out. Trap arrives. She sends it to Gracie. Into the corner, Delenti's open. Gracie trying to step through, and a foul. This will be the third team foul on Watertown. This one goes on Daly Height. It's her second. Crouch on the inbound. What a screen by Maggie Butler. Goodness gracious. Crouch gives back to Lenti. Now there's Maggie. She'll give to Crouch. The only thing preventing her from a double-double is Maggie Butler only has 1 point and another foul. As Crouch went to split the double team, already 4 team fouls against Watertown. Willard picks up her third. Watertown was rolling. This place was jumping. It was 9-0. They were ready to pull it, and then it didn't happen. Delenti to inbound. It was a quick cash pawn. Timeout by Dana McWilliams. And a foul, and this will be 2 free throws. Upperman into the bonus. Willard picks up her fourth. Cassie Crouch to the line for 2. There is a reason this team has 333 wins in the last 11 seasons. This time of year, you do not want to see that team on the other side, as Crouch's first free throw is no good. Gentry's Power Equipment, your hometown steel and Exmark dealer. It's getting warmer outside. It's almost golfing weather, which means it's almost lawn mowing weather. Go get yourself a brand new Exmark machine on Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville and tell them that we sent you. As Crouch hits the second, it's 33-14. Willard fires a pass high, finds the target, and a foul for a hand check on Bella Fye. It'll get a sarcastic cheer from the Watertown faithful. The third on Fye, first team foul on the Lady Bees. Very close one over on UCR2 right now between Watertown and between Gordonsville and Pickett County. They're tied up, and now they're going to overtime, 54-54. 3 on the other end here for Watertown's no good. Maggie Butler has the rebound, rinse and repeat. Delenti picks up and another foul. Going for the steal, Bowers picks up her fourth. Taylor Delenti to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for 2. Watertown has scored 5 points in the last 21 minutes of game time, as Delenti misses the front end. Upperman has left some meat on the bone in this game, make no mistake about it, offensively in particular. Next one, no good, 0 for 2 for Delenti. 33-14, 5:12 to go. Lady Tigers looking for a spark to hopefully start a wildfire. A deep 3, can't get it there, rebound. The Butler twins have it. This time it's Gracie. Maggie and Gracie go back and forth. Under 5 minutes to go. Gracie fires it to Delenti. South wide open, and she'll just bring it back out. Cue up the Jeopardy music. Maggie Butler has it outside. Back to Gracie. Off the screen, left side Delenti. Back to Gracie. And a foul. Follow commits the personal. It'll be her second. 2 free throws for Gracie Butler at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Another miss for the Lady Bees at the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 misses so far at the strike. They know they will not have that margin for error on Wednesday against the White County Warriorettes, but what a game that will be for the region championship. Again, second time in 3 seasons those teams will face off for the title and for the home sub-state game in what will be a rowdy barn, whoever wins it. 33-14 after another 0 for 2 trip of the line. Here's Height, fires it across, shot inside, no. Another rebound tipped, and it goes to Gracie Butler. Ahead to Delenti. Delenti over to Gracie Butler. Gracie sends to South. Back out Maggie. Now Gracie. Gracie picks up. Back to Maggie. She's wide open. Is this the one? No. Rebound Delenti. Second chance for Upperman again. Back to 5. Now Delenti. And they'll slow it down. 3:50 to go. Upperman leads by 19. Watertown has not scored in the quarter. South Tips it over to Gracie. Gracie on the drive, swiped and fouled. Followell takes a hard fall. Gracie Butler will go to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for 2. Looks like Molly Followell is all right. Good to see. She's a very good player, the junior. Called for her third. I'm not sure Gracie Butler realized it. She needed some water. Now she will go to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for 2 more. She is 5 for 10 tonight. And she hits the front end. That may be the first front end of 2 the Lady Bees have hit in this game. They lead by 20. Early in overtime, 57-54 on the SK Creation scoreboard between Gordonsville and Pickett County. Gracie Butler flies away and hits. 2 for 2 at the line. 15 for her. We'll see if that's the end of her night as she a check out for Cassie Crouch. 3:41 to go. It's 35-14. Watertown has not scored in the quarter. Followell. They scored 2 points in the second half. Here's a drive underneath. Skip feed into the corner. 3 ball on the way. There it is. Finally, Juliana Pruitt splashes home the tray. 18-point game. 3:20 to go. Delenti ahead. Don't want to allow this crowd to get any signs of life. Does Upperman as Maggie Butler can't grab that one. Braylia saves it in. Great play. Here comes Watertown. A little bit of life. Height. Drives. Shot. No, but a foul. Cassie Crouch called for the personal to be her first. 2 free throws for Daly Height, the sophomore at the stripe. As Gracie Butler will go to the scorer's table after the first free throw for Daly Height. The 3 into the drought. Watertown trying to put a little something together here. Never made it past this round of the postseason as Gracie Butler checks in for Bella Phi. Still 57-54, 2:06 to go over in Gordonsville between Pickett County and Gordonsville. Tigerettes leading as Height hits the second. That's her first point of the game. 3:08 to play. It's a 17-point gap. Delenti inbounds to Crouch. Now ahead, Gracie Butler, and a timeout called by Dana McWilliams. A quick cash pawn, 32nd timeout on the floor. 35-18. 4 straight here for Watertown, but likely too little, too late here for the Lady Tigers. What a season it's been for them. 20-12, they won the regular season title in District 8 3A. They won the tournament. They won 10 games in a row. They have some big-time wins. They won at York Institute. We know how difficult that is. Taylor Delenti to inbound from the baseline here for Upperman. She finds Cassie Crouch. Crouch dumps it ahead to Gracie Butler. Upperman handles the pressure this time. They collapse from behind as Gracie gives to Delenti. Likely be in no rush to shoot outside of a layup with the Lady Bees in this spot, leading by 17 with 2:50 to go. Trying to slam the door. South fires a pass. Height able to save it in. South grabs again. Gives over to Crouch. Crouch, skip feed to Gracie Butler. They'll pump the brakes again. Back out to Maggie. Right side Crouch. Crouch still gathers. No fouls here for Watertown. Trying to force a turnover. Here's Gracie. Driving through traffic. Collision. Braylia gets the steal. And then a foul as South got 2 hands into the back. Sadie South will be called for her first. Team's third. .2:18 to go in the ball game. 35-18. Pickett County's within 1 with 90 seconds to go in overtime over on UCR2. That's an SK Creation scoreboard update. Here's Watertown with it, 2:12 to go. Pass over Followell. Gonna have to put up a quick shot. Step back 3, good. Molly Followell from downtown. Watertown's within 14 with 2:06 to go. Timeout called by Brenna Price. We'll take it with them. Come back in 30 seconds on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman football on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Watertown with a little bit of life here. 2:06 to go. They trail 35-21 after going over 22 minutes with only 5 points. They've hit a couple of threes here down the stretch. Over on UCR2, Pickett County has tied it and could take the lead with one more free throw. Craig Cantrell has your action there. I will not be upset if you tuned into that one. Easy for me to say. It is 57-57. The second free throw was no good. 2:06 to go in the ball game here. Watertown trying to sell out to force a turnover. South with it here. Bounces back to Lenti. They showed in the first quarter they could score in a hurry. They would need a lot. Crouch sees the defenders come, and she'll just keep it on a string. Sends over to Maggie Butler. Back to Sadie South. 1:50 to go and counting. A swipe as Gracie works around and gives back to Delenti. Now South. 1:45 left. South back to Crouch. Delenti. Gordonsville scored. They lead with 10 seconds to go in overtime by 2. Pickett County ball. Here's Crouch here back to South. 35-21. South to Gracie. Gracie fouled. And it's an intentional. The intentional will go on Daly Height. This will be 2 free throws in the ball for Gracie Butler at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Not a play on the ball. And the official immediately signaled the X for an intentional. The Johnson University signee misses the front end. And 0 for 2 at the line. Upperman has really struggled at the line. They look like they're going to survive despite it. Leading 35-21 with 1:22 to go in the ball game. Delenti to inbound. She'll go back for Maggie. Time running down. Upperman looking for another trip to the region championship game. There's a steal for the moment. Bodies everywhere. It's out of bounds, and it'll go to Watertown. And Coach Price is going to empty the bench here. She's going to put Larkin Cherry in. And I believe she's going to get a standing ovation for her seniors on their way off the floor. Pickett County hits a 3, and they lead by 2 over on UCR2. We'll see who hit it for Pickett County, as there's a shot inside, no rebound loose, grabbed by Delenti. Here's Delenti weaving through traffic. Upperman going to empty the bench as well with 54 seconds to go. This was a convincing win tonight. Upperman had a really slow start and then put their foot on the gas and ratcheted down the defense. And we will have a stoppage for subs. Everybody's going to play. Credit Watertown. What a great year the Lady Tigers had in District 8 3A and in non-district play. It's a good basketball team, and they are heading in the right direction. They have the right coach, no doubt about it. T.T. Carson with it here for the Lady Bees. But tonight, it's 7-3A's night, and it really isn't a big surprise with how dominant that district has been, that it's 2 District 7 3A teams sitting atop Region 4 3A. And we're going to have round 4 of Upperman Sparta coming up as Bella Butler lines up the 3. Can't cash, rebound, loose. Grabbed away by Bowers. Bowers ahead. Pickett County does win in overtime, 60-59. No, they're going to have one inbound for Gordonsville. 10 seconds here. Pass over left side. 3 on the way for Watertown. That's no good. The Upperman Lady Bees return to the Region 4 3A Tournament Championship game. Final score, Upperman 35, Watertown 21. We welcome you into the Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store post-game show. We'll have the scoring and the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. And Ella Fox will talk with Dana McWilliams on the sideline here. Upperman advances on and sets up round number 4 between White County and the Lady Bees. That'll be 7 o'clock on Wednesday night here at Watertown High School. Scoring for the Lady Bees, 15 for Gracie Butler, 13 for Taylor Delenti, 5 for Sadie South, 1 for Cassie Crouch, and 1 for Maggie Butler. Maggie Butler had a ton of rebounds in this game. And it is Gracie Butler who is the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. She'll get the UCR chain. And Ella will see if she can catch up with Dana McWilliams there on the sideline to get her thoughts as they advance on into the Region 4 3A championship game. Ella probably, as there will be words. You have to remind her on her way off. And one of the all-time greats will join Ella Fox on the sideline. Take it away.
Coach, what are your thoughts on tonight's game?
Well, really proud of the girls. We got down 9-0 at the beginning of the game, and I think we held them to 12 points at the rest of the game. We talked about our offense was a little off tonight. We just tried to make sure we were good on the defensive end. So really proud of them. Excited for them to be able to play in another region championship.
Thank you, Coach. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Noah.
Thanks to Ella as Upperman advances on to the region championship game. A couple of other finals. Cookeville wins 66-52 over Cleveland. They'll face undefeated Bradley Central on Wednesday night. The headline, Upperman taking on White County again. Upperman leads the series 2-1. The last time they played at Cookeville High School last week, an overtime thriller. If we're in for anything like that, it's going to be a treat at 7 o'clock. As we continue on with the Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store post-game show, again, Gracie Butler, the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Gordonsville beats the buzzer on UCR2. Gordonsville with a buzzer beater with 3 seconds to go. They knock off Pickett County. That'll be the final SK Creation scoreboard update of the night. A crazy game in overtime. It's the Gordonsville Tigerettes taking on Jackson County on Wednesday night. Here at Watertown tomorrow, it'll be the boys' semifinals. It starts with White County against Cumberland County, and it rounds out the evening with Upperman against Stone Memorial. Final score tonight in our nightcap. It's Upperman 35, Watertown 21. Coverage coming to UpperCumberlandReporter.com. Goose was here tonight. Photo gallery and cinematic recaps presented by Risher Roofing. Do not miss that. I'm Noah McKay for Ella Fox to my right. Madison McKay on camera. And everybody at UCR, we say so long from Watertown.